How y'all doing? Long time no see. Yeah, welcome to the Rose Bowl stream. Utah Utes, Penn State Nittany Lions, Pac-12 versus Big Ten. Big Ten is having a rough go of it. If you know a Big Ten person, give them a hug. They need it. They got absolutely humiliated in the playoffs. Purdue can't win. What else? Illinois can't win. What else? Well, hell, hardly any Big Ten teams made the playoffs because there ain't very many good teams over there. But anyway, kickoff about 10 minutes away here on the Rose Bowl. We'll turn the camera on and get everything going in time for kickoff. I know a lot of you just came from the other stream that ended, so appreciate y'all following me over to the new stream here for the Rose Bowl. What a Cotton Bowl game that was. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Tulane. Great comeback win there. Scoring that touchdown at the end, going down the field. Touchdown catch was reviewed. Ruling on the field of an incomplete pass was overturned. Touchdown Tulane. They go on to beat Southern Cal. What a great season for Tulane. I think they were a 2-win team last year. 2-win team. From a 2-win team a year ago to defeating Southern Cal in a New Year's Six game. Quite a turnaround for the Green Wave. So, anyway, appreciate those of you following me over here from the other stream. Those of you that did. Those of you that are here for the first time today, welcome to the stream. Rose Bowl coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll turn the camera on and get everything going. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you hadn't already. Hopefully we get another good game. The Cotton Bowl was amazing. Utah and Penn State getting ready to kick off. I guess we could get our picks in, or let's do another poll. Here we go. Utah or Penn State. Utah. Penn State. There you go. Get your votes in now. Utah or Penn State. I'll end the poll at kickoff. Get your votes in. Let's see if the comment section can get this one right. As a Georgia fan, I, of course, have some good memories from the Rose Bowl, the 2017 playoff game, Georgia versus Oklahoma, one of the best playoff games we've ever had up until Saturday when we had two more amazing playoff games. Utah and Penn State, Big Ten versus Pac-12. Big Ten in desperate need of a win here. Trojan man. The Cotton Bowl ending proved us one thing. 2024 can't come soon enough. Well, you got quite a ways to wait. Like 364 days. Pause for the national anthem, please. 5-star dummy. Commercial break and then the coin toss. Commercial break, then the coin toss. How's everybody doing? All right, let's see who's hanging out with us here for the Rose Bowl. Bo Jones, Free America, Ben Miller, RR, Joe D, E Rabbit Gaming, Connor Jones, Savage Dog, Bob Williams, ATL, DJ Baby Boy. What's up? Are you a real DJ? If so, you should check out Slimy Hot Boy. He's the hottest new mumble rapper on the scene. I think he's got a bright future. Homegrown Cowboy, Money Man, Billy Bob, Seed Vision, Sort Beaver, 706 Tay. What's up, buddy? Jonathan Miller, Joe, JW, Tilly, Bradley, Darius Sr., Colby, Nature Boy, Muffin, Andrew, Jay Shipes, Nizzy B, Sprite Man, Danks Dog, Adam, Neo. Good to see all y'all in here again. Lucas Hopkins, Wyatt Burns, Jared G, UJ Chris, K, Bob, Bonner Kirkpatrick in that, Sam, Rich, Malcolm, Nature Boy, Arlen, PJ, Robert, Woo Pig, Adam Anderson, Mr. Anderson, Lutang. Lutang clan ain't nothing to fuck with. The Lutang clan ain't nothing to fuck with. All right, Utah getting ready to take the field. Penn State getting ready to take the field. Don't forget to vote in the poll. I'm going to be shutting the poll down in a second. We'll see if the comment section can get it right. Looks like most people expect Utah to win right now. See if that'll change here in the next couple of minutes. Get your votes in. Hey, what's up, Sports Talk? Hey, Jay, I'm good. How are you, buddy? Is Marty Smith in the chat? Shout out to Marty Smith. Are you in the chat, sir? Thank you, Mr. Hooks. Home Slice, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Mr. Hooks, for the super chat. Home Slice says, is it Lou States of America, United Lou of America, or United States of Lou? It's the United States of America. I'm not going to put Lou in that, but nevertheless, I do want to wish everybody a happy Lou year and remind you that the Lutang clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Ohio State man was timed out by Billy Boy. Uh-oh, Ohio State man, you getting in trouble already? Imagine knowing you only won because of the refs. Man, you need to quit crying about the refs. What the refs do to you? What? I know you're not crying about the Marvin Harrison hit that clearly was not a targeting call. There was a penalty on that play that wasn't called, wasn't targeting. Marvin Harrison ran out of the back of the end zone, then came back into the field of play to try to make the catch. That's a penalty. It's called illegal touching. So, yeah, the referees blew that. Referees blew that. Should have been a penalty on Ohio State. Ohio State also had 12 men on the field when they ran that fake punt. Referees didn't call that either. So, I don't know. If it wasn't for the referees, Georgia probably would have won by 30, I guess. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Is that what I'm supposed to say? Crybaby? Excuse maker? Get you some Kleenex and shut the fuck up. Ohio State lost because they're not as good as Georgia, period. The Ohio State Buckeyes just can't compete with the SEC. That's why they're 2-12 all time against the SEC in the postseason. So instead of crying about the refs, how about Ohio State toughen up, get some better players, some better coaching, and then maybe they can compete with the SEC. Until then, I just assume you shut up, though. Be honest. Ohio State choked. Yeah, how many 14-point leads do you need in one game? Hell, we gave you a 14-point lead twice. Ah, dang, man. We played with one arm time behind our back. Georgia played the worst possible game it could play. Georgia can't play any worse than that. Ohio State can't play any better than that. And you still lost, man. It is what it is, man. Try again next year, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you. Utah won the toss and deferred. So Penn State will get the ball first to kick things off here in the Rose Bowl. All right, let's close the poll. End poll. Here we go. The final results of the LouTube poll is Utah 66%, Penn State 33%, 409 votes. 66% of you think Utah will win. We'll see if y'all were right. About to have the opening kickoff here. 200 likes and I have a gift for Lou. Well, hell, get us to 200 likes. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. This is the last bowl game of the season. Then we've got the national title game on Monday, and then that's it. No more games till August. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this college football season. Hit the thumbs up if you watched the end of that Cotton Bowl, Southern Cal and Tulane. Unbelievable ending. Tulane gets a safety at the end, then goes down the field and scores a game-winning touchdown. Absolutely unbelievable ending to the Cotton Bowl. Unbelievable ending. Malcolm, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says OSU and Michigan are both 0-1 against Tennessee. Yeah, it's a shame. You hate to see it. Ohio State's winless against UJ all time. I mean, if I live to be 500, I'll never see Ohio State beat Georgia. Penn State with the kickoff return, 15-20. Hit and tackled around the 23-yard line. Penn State will take over first on offense right there, 1st and 10. Here comes Sean Clifford making his last ever appearance as a Penn State Nittany Lion. And a lot of Penn State fans are happy to see him go. Honestly, I know a lot of Penn State fans who have had enough of Sean Clifford. They're ready to see Drew Allar, true freshman they brought in for this season. But we'll see if Sean Clifford can go out with a win. Got to beat Cameron Rising to do it, though, the Utah quarterback. Handoff on 1st down. No, Sean Clifford keeps and is going to lose 3 yards. 2nd and 13 coming up for Penn State. One of those zone read deals. Sean Clifford decided to keep the ball, took it away from the running back, and can't beat the edge to the outside. Drop for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 coming up for Penn State. Quit spamming the chat. I don't know who's spamming the chat. I wasn't looking. 2nd and 13 for Penn State. They're going to hand it off this time up the middle. Offensive line got some pretty good push. They pick up about 5 yards, but it's still going to be 3rd and long coming up here. Penn State's first possession. Slimy Hot Boy, new track dropping soon. It's called Raw Dogged in Georgia. Oh, man. Leave Slimy alone. 3rd and 7 for Penn State. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Clifford in a shotgun. Walks up to the line now, pointing at some Utah players. Now he's ready. Snap. Back to throw. Here comes the blitz. Clifford steps up. Pocket collapses, and down he goes. Sacked on 3rd and 7. He knew the blitz was coming and still couldn't get rid of it in time. He pointed out the blitz ahead of time. Still couldn't get rid of it in time. They send the house, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people. Sent 7. Nothing Penn State could do. Going to have to punt it away here on 4th and 11. Kick is away. Fair catch called and made at the 36, 37-yard line. Utah will have possession there. This will be their first possession of the game. Here comes Cam Rising. Ben Miller says Big Ten is softer than a baby. Hard to argue with that. 0-2 in the playoff games, pitiful. Can't win a bowl game, pitiful. Purdue got beat 100-0 today. Illinois lost to a Mississippi State team that doesn't have a head coach. It's just been a sad state of affairs for the Big Ten. Purdue was playing without McConnell. Everybody's playing without somebody. Everybody's playing without somebody. Handoff on first down for Utah. Wiggles his way for 3 yards. Second, about 7. Cam Rising said he's not cutting his hair. He doesn't care how stringy it looks. He doesn't even have, like, nice long hair. And I like Cam Rising, but, like, Trevor Lawrence had long hair, but it looked like a Pantene commercial. Not Cam Rising. He's just got that stringy, like, almost I'm homeless look to him. But he doesn't give a shit. He's still a good quarterback. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Swing pass. Caught. Makes the first. Well, no. Couldn't get away. Dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and long now for Utah. Ohio State man crying in the comments. Yes, his favorite thing to do. Favorite thing to do. Ohio State Eagles blowout city and choke city. Yeah. We spotted them 14 points twice. Cam Rising going deep. This time on a corner route. Nobody home. Incomplete pass on 3rd and 8. So now Utah goes 3 and out. So each team has had the ball once. Each team has gone 3 and out. Utah is going to have to kick it away. Utah's going to have to kick it away. Yeah, I mean, we did everything we could to let Ohio State win the game. They just wouldn't do it. We spotted them 14 points in the first quarter. We spotted them 14 points in the fourth quarter. We completed the biggest comeback in national championship game history. Stetson Bennett threw for more yards in the fourth quarter than any other quarterback in playoff history. I mean, there's just nothing y'all could do. We tried to give you the game. You wouldn't take it. Nice kick all the way back inside the 10, tackled around the 8-yard line. What a kick. Great kick coverage, too. If you, if you spam the chat, they're gonna keep timing you out. No one wants to see somebody post the same comment over and over again. So, I mean, you can keep doing it. You're just gonna keep getting timed out. You know, no matter how many different accounts you make. You know what I mean? You can make 10 different accounts, log in and out of them, which is what you're doing, and that's fine. But I mean, as long as you keep spamming, they're just gonna keep timing you out. And if I see you get timed out enough times, I'll just block you from the channel because it just annoys people. Being the leader of the Big Ten isn't saying much, says Jacob Watson. That's a fact. That's a fact. Being a 9-year-old isn't saying much either. Oh, boy. Won't y'all be glad when the kids get back in school and they'll get off of these live streams? I know I will. That's the worst part about this time of year. All the kids are out of school. They come in these live streams and do stuff like this. I'll be glad when they get back in school. So Utah QB's hair is 5-star. Bummy. I see what you did there, nephew Jimmy. I like that. I like that. Cam Rising's hair is 5-star. Bummy. Oh, boy. Big Ten is still the second best conference. Talk all the shit you want. I don't know about that. Pac-12 or Big 12 might be better than the Big Ten. In fact, the Big 12 probably is better than the Big Ten. Harrison had 0 catches in the second and third quarter, but they think Kirby put a hit out on him. Wait a minute. Is that true? Is that true? He didn't have any catches in the second and third quarter? Seemed like he was catching it on every play. Billy Boy, thank you for the super chat. This is for the rent-free UGA now has in Ohio State fans' minds. Yeah, Ohio State fans are going to go to sleep every single night for the next year thinking about two things. Number one, Georgia. No. Number two, Georgia. Number one, Uncle Lou. Yeah, Uncle Lou. Yep. Yeah, it's true. It's true. The greatest show on the internet. Go Dogs. Thank you, Levi. Yeah, go Dogs. Go Dogs. About to win back-to-back natties. About to win back-to-back natties. Who's worse, Tennessee fans or Ohio State fans? Probably Tennessee fans just because there's more of them. Just because there's more of them. I mean, as far as like right now, this instant, Ohio State fans are worse currently right now than Tennessee fans. But if you're looking back like over the course of the season, I think it was Tennessee fans. 1st and 10 for Penn State on the 9-yard line. Uh-oh, big run here. Up past the 20, the 25 to the 28. That was a good play there. Finally, somebody gets a first down. That's the first down of the game. Penn State right up the gut there. Big hole. They hurry back to the line. 1st and 10 on the 26. Handoff again. Nowhere to go that time. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Is that Nick Singleton, number 10? Is Nick Singleton number 10? I know Penn State's got two running backs they use, but is that Nick Singleton number 10? Miles Brown, thank you for the super chat. Sonny Dykes' forehead is bigger than the spread of the national championship game. Yeah, well, I'm not really in any position to talk about anybody's forehead. Be honest with you. 2nd and 10. Off tackle this time. Another good gain. Picks up about 6 yards. 3rd and 4 coming up. Yes, number 10. Somebody else said I think he's number 13. I'll try to listen next time. That's why I appreciate Penn State's uniforms. They do the whole minimal deal. I still wish they would put the names on the back of the jerseys. 3rd and 5. Empty backfield. Now they bring a running back in. That is Singleton, number 10. Singleton is number 10. I just heard the announcer say it. Back to throw. Sean Clifford steps up in the pocket, gets rid of it. Caught, but I believe it's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be about half a yard short, I think. Yeah, it looks like he's about half a yard short, if the yellow line is right. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 4th and less than a yard. What's James Franklin going to do here? They're going to punt it away. Or are they? Watch the fake. Watch for the fake. Nope, they're going to kick it away. This one's going to be out of bounds. Around the 20, looks like. No score. 8:59 to go in the first quarter. No score. Brian, thank you for the super chat. Good to see you in here. He says, as a Michigan fan, Michigan fans have no one to blame but Michigan for that loss. Now, I know how you felt for years, Lou. Go Frogs. Yeah, look. Georgia might be in the catbird seat right now, and I'm living it up. I'm eating it up. But one of the reasons that it's so sweet to see Georgia in the position they're in right now is because I've been on the other end of these brutal losses. Take even the Georgia-Ohio State game. Look, Ohio State, man, that's a brutal way to lose a game. I've been there. I've been there in the national title game and lose on the last play of the game. So I understand how it is to be on the other side, and that's what makes it feel so good to be standing where I'm at now, because I know what it feels like to be standing on the other side. But both of those losses were just brutal. the Michigan and the Ohio State. No one likes to get blown out, but I say this all the time. I said it during the people that are in here that are on the Patreon, that are on my Patreon stream. How many times during the third quarter of that game did I say, I just wish Ohio State would score 2 quick touchdowns and put me out of my misery. I'd rather lose by 21 than some kind of brutal last-second loss. I kept saying it over and over again. I said, I can't take another heartbreaking loss like Georgia has had over the last 5 or 6 years. I kept saying it over and over and over again on that stream. And then it happened to Ohio State. I just couldn't believe it. But there's not a worse way to lose than like that. Mr. Leahy, thank you for the super chat as well. He says, people can talk smack all they want about Ohio State and UJ, but something we can all agree on is that was a really good game and very interesting to watch. Yeah, one of the best playoff games we've ever seen. One of the best playoff games we have ever seen, no doubt about it. And TCU, Michigan as well. Both playoff games this year are top 4 all-time playoff games. Top 4, top 5 all-time playoff games, no question about it. You can make the argument one of them, or maybe the best playoff game of all time. Like I personally still like the 2017 Rose Bowl, Georgia, Oklahoma, where Georgia came back from way behind and won in overtime. But, that was Georgia's first trip to the playoffs. It was kind of a Cinderella-type season. We weren't really expected to be there. We were, 7-5 team the year before. That was just a remarkable season for Georgia. It kind of came out of nowhere. So I think that 2017 Rose Bowl will always kind of have a special place for me. But this Georgia-Ohio State game was unbelievable. No question. No question about it. Cam Rising rolls out, throws, complete, up near the 30, past the 30 to the 32, good for a first down. Y'all should watch the last 2-minute video Lou did of the game. Yeah. You want to talk about roller coaster of emotions. First and 10. Little reverse here. Makes another guy miss. Picks up 4 or 5 yards. Second and about 5 coming up for Utah. A couple of positive plays in a row here for Utah after they went 3 and out with their first possession. Joe says I dragged the recliner over. I sit down in that recliner, I'll be asleep in 10 minutes. You don't want that. There's a first down run up the middle, cross the 45, 47-yard line. Uncle Lou, should UJ retire Stetson's number if we repeat? I don't think so, no. I'm not that big on retiring numbers in general, though. So it really wouldn't matter to me one way or the other. Uncle Lou, I think I read that. Both these teams running the ball, yeah. First and 10. Cam Rising under center this time. Man in motion. Jet sweep. Gets to the edge. Close to a first down. Stumbles. Might be about a yard short. Good looking play, though, on the jet sweep there. LSU had a scrimmage game today. Yeah, well, they played a Big Ten team, so you know how that goes. Big Ten. Big Ten not very good, turns out. Turns out the Big Ten just not very good, Check the Cash App. All right. Let's check the Cash App. All right. Oh, wow. DJ, man, is that you? Atlanta DJ? I don't want to say it's got your name on here, but wow, that's very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, go Dogs. Here you go. Yeah, go Dogs. Thank you. I appreciate that. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. JJ McCarthy dad caught groping his girlfriend at the game. I saw a clip of that on Twitter. Um, I don't remember if it was this morning or last night or when it was, but I saw that. Actually, when I first saw the clip, I just thought it was some random guy. And then, an hour, I kept seeing it posted over and over again, and I was like, okay, I get it. It's funny. Some guy tried to cop a feel or something and got caught, but why is it being shared this much? And I finally started reading the captions and figured out who it was. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Miles Brown, thank you again for the super chat. He says, Lou, did the Patreon stream get taken down? I was going to go back to watch it, but it said it was private. I think if I change it back to unlisted. Hold on. Let me get you to try something. Let me do something and then get you to try something and you tell me if it fixes it. Try it. Try it now. Try it now. Brian, thank you for the super chat. I felt how you felt when you broke your TV versus Tennessee. Intercepted. Cameron Rising floated that ball up, and he had no business even making that throw. And then on top of that, it was a bad throw. And it ends up intercepted by Penn State. What a catch, too. What a catch, too. Miles, and just let me know in the comment section. Don't do another super chat. Just let me know in the comment section if that fixed it. I'll be paying attention while it's a commercial break. The hell is that? Nope, nope, what? Sort Beaver, thank you for the super chat. He says, who would have thought Kirby Smart, the QB whisperer? Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. Miles says it worked. Thank you very much. Okay. Eric Odom. Arian Smith is insanely fast. Broke away like a cheetah. Yeah, unfortunately, that was, I think, his third catch of the year. So he's done. That's it for him. He's only allowed 2 to 3 catches a year. He's been at UJ for 3 years, and he has like 8 catches total. So that's pretty much it. They got to shut him down for the rest of the year now. Utah 24-13. Always bet on the physical. Penn State's a pretty physical team, too. I mean, I agree with you about Utah being physical, though. Penn State's pretty physical, too. He's at 4? Oh, he's definitely done then. If that was his 4th catch, he's definitely done. You can forget it. You can forget it. He's definitely done for the year. If he's got 4 catches this season, that's it for him. He's already doubled his quota. Is Marvin Harrison the best wide receiver in college football? I think so, yeah. But I've been thought that all year. Who has YouTube TV? I don't like these enjoy the Zen. I don't understand. Are they not able to sell enough commercials? If you don't have YouTube TV and you don't know what I'm talking about, on a commercial break, they play commercials. Well, every so often when you're watching YouTube TV and there's a commercial break, instead of playing a commercial, they'll just put up like a close-up of a puddle with raindrops falling in it with a message on the screen that says, like, enjoy this 30 seconds of zen. And then now the game's back on. It's weird. It doesn't calm me. Those commercials don't calm me down at all. If anything, they make me more nervous because I just think it's weird. What's your 23 too early top 4? It is too early. In fact, it's so early I don't even want to give a top 4. I don't do my first preseason ranking until after the February signing day. So I don't think I'm going to be able to give you a top 4 right now, but since you asked, I'll give you some general thoughts. I would be surprised if anybody not named Georgia is ranked number 1 heading into next year. I would not be surprised if Alabama is not in the top 4. They could be, but it won't surprise me if Bama is left out of the top 4 preseason-wise. They've got questions at quarterback. They severely underperformed this year based on the talent they had. They don't have any wide receivers they can count on. They're losing all of their best players on both sides of the ball. Bryce Young, Will Anderson, Dallas Turner, Henry Toto. Not that Alabama's going to be bad next year, but you're talking about preseason top 4. Normally, Alabama's a shoo-in. You're just trying to figure out whether you want to put them 1 or 2 in the preseason. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of those weird preseasons where maybe Alabama's not in some people's top 4. I think Michigan will probably be in most people's top 4. They have a lot coming back, including the quarterback. Now, I think some of that will depend on, of course, Jim Harbaugh deciding to stay with Michigan. I don't think TCU will be anywhere near the top 4, despite making the playoffs this year. I'm trying to think of other teams that are like borderline to be in that now, but like, so, okay, Tennessee was finished, 6th or so? They may be. I don't know if they'll be top 4. They could be top 4 in some people's poll. If you're high on Joe Milton, I could see maybe some people wanting to put Tennessee in the top 4. I doubt I'll put them in the top 4 just because I still have questions about Joe Milton at quarterback. And I have the same opinion of Tennessee's defense that I do of a Lincoln Riley defense. You're going to have to prove me wrong. I'm not going into any season just blindly believing that Lincoln Riley or Tennessee is going to have a good defense. So I don't know if I'd have them top 4, but they probably would be close. Let's see, who else? Florida State top 4? No. Now, I do think there will be some people who want to put Florida State in the top 10. I could see I think Florida State will be top 15. No doubt, no question, no ifs, ands, or buts. And I could see them being somewhere in the 6 to 10 range, maybe. Clemson, I don't think will be top 4. A lot of the usual teams that you what about Ohio State? Maybe Ohio State. I don't know much about the guy that is going to be playing quarterback for them next year, but I know they've got a roster full of NFL wide receivers, even if they lose Marvin Harrison, which some people are saying he might be looking to transfer. They could lose him. They could lose whoever. They got so many NFL wide receivers on the bench there. It's just ridiculous. So I could see them being in the top 4. I could see Michigan being somewhere in the top 4. I could argue for Georgia being in the top 4. Alabama, Tennessee. Nobody from the Big 12, I don't think. Southern Cal with Caleb Williams coming back. No, Sean Clifford with a laser beam to the tight end over the middle. What a throw. Down in the red zone, 1st and 10, Penn State. Look at this throw. Well, you can criticize Sean Clifford when he deserves it, but there's nothing bad to say about that throw. 1st and 10 on the 13. Back to throw again. Fade into the end zone. Incomplete. There is a flag down. It's going to be some kind of pass interference or holding or something. Sprite Man, thank you for the super chat. He says, my friend who's a Southern Cal fan won't answer his phone. You want me to call him? You want me to call him for you? How old is Sean Clifford? 30. I think he's the same age as people like Stetson Bennett, Hendon Hooker, Joe Milton. I think he's that same age. 1st and 5 after that penalty from the 8-yard line. Clifford in a shotgun. First real scoring opportunity of the game for either team. They're going to hand it off this time, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 now from the 9. Ohio State, man, is a try-hard 10-star dummy. Yeah, unfortunately, it does appear that way. When will Franklin be in the hot seat? Never, as long as he's playing in a Rose Bowl every couple of years. I mean, in 2 years, both of these teams will be playoff teams. So no one ranked in the top 15 has got any business firing their coach right now, because that means you're basically a playoff caliber team in 2 years when the playoffs expand. ARC graduate 1988. Westside High School right here. We played Richmond every year in football. In fact, I don't know if you still live in this area, but I went to Westside. They have their own stadium now, but when I was in high school, Westside didn't have their own stadium. We played at Richmond. We played our home games at Richmond. So I spent a lot of time on Richmond's football field because we played every home game there, and we played Richmond there every year, Richmond Academy. 2nd and 6. Looks like about a 3-yard gain. Still going to be a little bit short. 3rd down coming up now. Trent Johnson says Lincoln Riley's coaching career hasn't been the same since the Rose Bowl versus Georgia. You think Georgia broke them, huh? It's possible. Georgia breaks a lot of people. Lou was a bench warmer. No, I played. I played my junior and senior year. I wasn't good enough to play as a freshman or sophomore, but I started my junior and senior year. Wing T formation. Look at this. Old school. You want physical football? Here you go. Wing T. Handoff. Touchdown. Well, I love watching that old school football. I love watching that old school football. What position? I played defensive back, corner. I played cornerback. Defensive back, corner. Nephew Jimmy, thank you for the super chat. I spent 6 months on Finney Road, Unc. I've spent some time on Finney Road myself, so yeah. I've spent some time there myself. Lou, have you heard of Marist High School? Yeah. That's where I go. We run the option. We're pretty good, says Mid McDonald. Lou was the unicorn known as the White Corner. Jordan Barrel, thank you for the cake. Thank you for the cake. I'm gonna pretend that's a Happy New Year cake. Do you know North Atlanta High School? I don't think I've ever heard of that. No. Probation team and that. Oh, you worked out there? Yeah, I didn't work out there. I didn't work out there. Do we know where Eric Gilbert is transferring to? I don't think he's landed anywhere yet that I'm aware of. Somebody will take him. You can't deny his talent physically. So somebody I'm sure is going to pick him up. Lou, do you remember AJ Suggs? Yeah, I remember AJ Suggs. I remember watching him in the Georgia high school playoffs. Yep, I played against a couple of guys who ended up playing in the NFL. Any Tennessee fans in here? Or Georgia fans? I know there's Georgia fans in here. Lou is the white tonto. I played against Deion Grant in high school. He went on to play for Tennessee, defensive back, and he played in the NFL for a long, long time. In high school, he played defensive back in high school, but he played wide receiver as well. So I played against Deion Grant, and I played against Kendrell Bell. Georgia fans, you remember Kendrell Bell, inside linebacker? He also played in the NFL for a long time, played for the Steelers. Kendrell Bell. He was a running back in high school. 6'6", 250 pounds. There's no fun tackling him. Yeah, Kendrell Bell. Those are the two most well-known people I played against in high school. Lewis, football, the only sport you played? Well, I played baseball and football my entire life, like from 8 years old up. As far as high school goes, in ninth grade, I played football and baseball. In 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, I did football and track. No, I played corner, defensive back, cornerback. Here you go. Seven to nothing, Penn State up over Utah. Type. There was no such thing as recruiting rankings back then. The internet didn't even exist. Not like it exists today. Lou, were you fast? Not fast enough. No. Not fast enough. Lou, are you scared of TCU? No, they're not coming here and doing anything to me. I played against Marcus Lattimore, says greatest ever. Okay. Hey, Ladarius, I'm good. How are you, buddy? Lou ran a 4.3 flat. I don't know that I ever got timed in the 40, but just knowing what I know now, I was probably 4.7, 4.8. I wasn't nearly as fast as I needed to be to play beyond high school. Lattimore was a beast before he tore up his knee. Yeah, he was. He was a lot of fun to watch. Did you run the 880? I ran the mile and the 2 mile in track. Did you lose to Burke County? We never played Burke County when I was at Westside. Never played them. Lou, do you know Alan Chadwick? I don't recognize the name, no. What position did you play in baseball? Outfield and catcher. Catcher mostly when I was younger. Middle school and high school, I played outfield. How many picks did you get? I think my senior year, I only got one. These were different times. Teams didn't throw the ball in high school back then like they do now. My senior year, I think I might have had one. There was one year where I had like 6 or 7. I had a lot one year. I don't remember the exact number, but when I say a lot, like 5 or 6 is a lot for those days in high school because teams didn't throw the ball like they do now. I had 2 or 3 interceptions in the first half of a game one time, and we went out for not the coin toss, to start the second half. The captains went out to midfield and whatever, and the quarterback from the other team asked me if he was telegraphing his passes. I played rugby in high school. I took batting practice with Chris Owings. I don't think I know who that is, but I don't keep up with baseball that much, so that's not really a surprise. All right, still 7-0. Penn State up over Utah. Penn State 10-2, Utah 10-3. 2nd and 7, Utah down 7. Play action pass. Cam Rising looks, throws, incomplete, through the hands of the receiver. They're going to throw a flag on this one, though. Penn State defender got there too soon and got a little handsy. Lou, do you have any hatred for TCU? I do this week. TCU gonna win, Woo. Yeah, everybody that doesn't have any money thinks TCU is gonna win. Billy Boy, thank you for the super chat. He says, I got trucked by Marcus Washington in 2007 when he was at Burke County. I went to South Effingham High. Dear God, I was traumatized. Yeah. I played against Craig Kimbrell, GOAT closer, and Reggie Ragland. Darius Stewart shook me. I do remember Reggie Ragland. I recognize that name. He was a linebacker for Alabama, wasn't he? I recognize that name. Bama will destroy UGA in SEC championship next year. Well, you got to make it there first, dummy. You got to make it. But yeah, you're chasing Georgia right now. That's for sure. You're chasing Georgia. Lou, you remember the Bullock twins? No. I remember the Tolbert twins at Josie. Actually, I don't even know if they were twins. I know they were brothers, Tolbert boys at Josie. They won the state title that year. Deion Grant and the Tolbert boys. They won the state title in football that year, 1995. I played against Al Bundy in the city championship, says Benjamin Griffin. Oh, Polk County, wasn't it? Polk County High School? Not where Al Bundy went? Hey, Lou, how are linebackers at UGA currently injury-wise? Well, we don't have any outside linebackers. Every one of them is injured. But the inside linebacker situation is fine. Polk High, yep. Bullock twins were from Hickson, Tennessee. Fulmer never recruited them. All-Americans at Nebraska. Yeah, Ladd McConkey grew up a Tennessee fan. All he ever wanted to do was play football for Tennessee, and Tennessee didn't even offer him a scholarship. Georgia did, and he's our leading receiver. 4th and 1. Utah's going to go for it. Cam Rising keeps the ball, and he picks up the first down. Needed 1, picked up about 3. Keeps this drive alive. Penn State 7, Utah 0. 12:56 to go in the second quarter. Next man up at UGA like every team should be. Yeah, we have 85 scholarships, same as everybody else. I hate when anybody gets injured, but if somebody gets injured, all you can do is put somebody else in. Lou, do you have any hate towards TCU and their fan base? Yeah, I already answered that a bunch of times. I said no, but I do this week. I have Leon Lett Super Bowl rings. I hear you. Harrison just woke up and said we are suck nuts. Oh, God. Y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible. Uncle Lou, you going to keep your promise and make a Stetson video every week? Yes, starting this week. Starting this week. Hey, Lou, I scored on a coastal long snapper. Hey, there you go. Tell your grandkids about that one day. Don't have to hate someone to shit talk. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no problem, Cowpoke, man. It was my pleasure to defeat Ohio State this past weekend. I'm rooting for the Horny Frogs because I like dykes, says Clyde Adams. Greatest ever. Lou sold his soul to Stetson for that win. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Best deal I ever made. You made a promise to make a video about Stetson every week. What? Yes. I used to work out with a guy who played at Bama. Said he was airlifted out from the LSU game. Said he hated their fans. They were cheering his injury. Damn. Yeah, that's no good. Jordan Barrell, thank you for the super chat, sir. Good to see you in here. He says, Onslow County beat someone 91-0 earlier this year, and I'm probably going to have to go up there, play, show up, and ball out. Yeah, you can handle it. You can go up there and show them how it's done. Go up there and show them how it's done. People got lost in the fog, so I'm working late tonight, y'all. I don't know where you're at, and I don't even know what it's like. Obviously, I've been inside since 1 o'clock when I started streaming earlier, but I was out driving this morning, and it was really foggy here. Yeah, I can't really tell what it's like out there now, but because it's done got dark. But it was real foggy this morning here in Augusta. Been foggy since last night, says Big Stick. Weather is going to be rough tomorrow, says the Hulk. Yeah, Wednesday is when it's supposed to come here. It's supposed to thunderstorm here on Wednesday. I'm on Lanier and Cumming. I work for a boat club, woo. Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me that. Before you moved out here, I remember you telling me that's what you were going to do. I feel injustice. I'm the patsy. I got set up. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I ain't got no idea. Lou, it's condensation from all the Ohio State fans' tears. That's the best comment so far on this stream. Thank you, sir. That one made me laugh. That one made me laugh. I broke Derek Carr's collarbone in middle school, says Chillaxin. This is getting crazy in here. Lou, shout out USC and their portal squad. Yeah, look, they got humiliated in their last 2 games of the season because they don't have any defense, and as long as Lincoln Riley's their coach, they never will. But they were 4-8 last year, and this year they're in a New Year's Six game, which is good until you realize that Tulane was a 2-win team last year. So, yeah, that's great that Southern Cal went from a 4-win team to a New Year's Six team. That's great. But they lost to a team who was a 2-win team last year in that New Year's Six game. So it kind of puts things in perspectives in that. And also in 2. Update on the field, please, big guy. Well, what update do you want? The score and everything's on the screen. Utah's got the ball, 1st and 10, 9:40 to go in the second quarter. Penn State 7, Utah 0. That what you want? Thoughts on the Kayshawn Booty sex party rumor? I got to look into that. I haven't seen, people have been commenting about it today, but I've got to find out what happened before I make any comment on it. 2nd and 8 for Utah. Cam Rising keeps the ball inside the 5. Looks like he's going to be down just short of the first down at the 3-yard line. Needed to get to the 2 for a first down. Yeah, I think he was short. 3rd and 1 from the 3. Utah trying to tie things up here. Lou, you were praying to Stetson like old boy was praying not to get bayonet shanked and Saving Private Ryan. Utah picks up the first down on 3rd and 1, gets the ball down inside the 2. It'll be 1st and goal now for Utah. Penn State 7, Utah 0. KT wants a fucking wrench. 1st and goal for Utah. Lou needs to become announcer for football games. Yeah, I would be really good at it. I just don't have time. 1st and goal just inside the 2. I formation. Cam Rising under center. Big boy football here. Snapped. Play action pass. Throws to the corner of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Utah. An extra point's going to tie things up. An extra point's going to tie things up here. Lou, would you have to be an announcer on Spike TV? That way he doesn't have to be censored. No, it's not that. It's just I don't have time to be an announcer because then I wouldn't be able to sit in here and watch football games all day long on Saturday. F Shield says I sacked Derek Carr twice. Yeah, but hasn't everybody sacked Derek Carr twice, though? Who does your son play football? No, he plays soccer. He plays for his school, and he's in a traveling soccer club team as well. College football is so much better than the NFL. I agree, Jeff. I do watch the NFL, especially when it comes playoff time, but there's nothing like college football. Mbappe is the best in the world. I agree. I think Mbappe is the best player in the world right now. I think the lunch lady sacked Carr 3 times. Yeah, I think so too. Sacking was behind the bleachers. What? Yeah, he'll watch Georgia games or college football games. He likes watching NFL too. Hey, Lou, what the hell is a ute? I'm pretty sure it's an engine. Not like a Middle Eastern one, but like a Native American one.
Tight.
Yeah, that's what I said, breaking parallels. That's what I said. Am I the only one who gets a great laugh at these Fansville Dr. Pepper commercials? They are pretty good. Yeah, they are pretty good. Feathers not. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Pastor Dave, what's up, sir? I owe Pastor Dave my life. Pastor Dave talked me off the ledge multiple times Saturday night during the Georgia-Ohio State game. Multiple times. A Ute is an Indian snowflake? Well, that's what I said. He asked me what a Ute is. I told him it was an engine. That's what I said. I have 5 different accounts, but this is my main account, said Robert. Corn Dog. Corn Dog. Corn Dog Man, thank you for the super chat. He says, I love this channel. Been entertaining me since 2017. Trash Talkers rule. I got UJ by 20 in the Natty. You willing to bet 20 against your dogs? No. No, hell no. Now, there's plenty of times I have thought Georgia was going to lose a game. There's never been a time I'm betting against them, though. I just won't bet the game at all if I think they're going to lose. But I would never actually bet against. Georgia. All tied up here in the Rose Bowl, 7 apiece. So, so far so good as far as hoping for another good game. That Cotton Bowl was amazing. And you know, the Rose Bowl has been one of the best bowl games of the year, a lot over the last few years. This was the game last year, Ohio State and Utah, where Jackson Smith and the Jigba had how many yards did Jackson Smith and the Jigba have in this game last year? It was over 300. He had over 300 yards receiving. Lou, go view World of Bucks story for LSU. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm not going to do it now during the game, but I'll look into it, and if it's something I need to talk about, I'll make a video about it. So if I said Georgia was going to win by 50, you wouldn't take the spread? No, because I don't ever want to find myself in a situation during a Georgia game where I have to hope they don't score. Best football game I've ever been to, Tulane and USC. You went to the game today? Paxton? Wow. Lou, what do you think of Miami fan? Which one? Anyone in particular or just Miami fans in general? Mostly they're delusional. They're stuck in the past. They think the U, 5 rings, and Ed Reed matters when it doesn't. Nothing that happened while Miami was on their run 25 years ago is affecting college football at all today. So I don't know, they run around with the 5 rings, Ed Reed, we're the U, all this kind. They need to let all that go. They need to create a new identity for whatever they have going on now and quit trying to recreate the past, because it's not going to happen. We are proud to be Utes. Ute Nation, says Tot. I like watching Utah play football. I've liked their coach for a while. They get the only thing, and I think even Utah fans have to agree, this has been a pretty good year for Utah. That's unacceptable that they lost to Florida. It's hard to understand how that happened. And I'm an SEC guy, but still, how did Utah lose to Florida? That was unacceptable. That was unacceptable. You know what's not unacceptable? In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's like the most acceptable thing ever. The 2023 Slob Olympics. This year's Slob Olympics will be live from the Isle of Palm, South Carolina, which is the Charleston area, basically. March 3rd through 5th. That's a Friday through Sunday. The Slob Olympics itself is on Saturday, March 4th at 10 a.m. It's a lot of fun. This will be the third year in a row we've done it. First one was in Atlanta in 2021. Last year, 2022, was Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Third annual Slob Olympics this coming March. Isle of Palm, South Carolina. Come join some of your favorite college football YouTubers, subscribers, and trolls at the third annual Slob Olympics. Had about 60 people there last year. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Tickets were $8 for the Cotton Bowl. Is that true? Are you serious? Wow. Carolina Jackpot, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Hey, I'm sorry I missed y'all's show last night. That's the first one of y'all's call-in shows I've missed all season. You know that's my favorite call-in show. It couldn't be avoided. All I can do at this point is apologize and promise you that I'll do better next time, okay? Carolina Jackpot is a fraud? That can't be true. Don't spam the chat. Okay, well, some people just don't know how to listen to reason. Don't spam the chat. You've been warned in that. Bring Slob Olympics to Jacksonville, Florida, says Tony Benjamin. Tony Benjamin, you might be in luck, sir. While we don't officially announce the location for a Slob Olympics until after this year's Slob Olympics, I'll tell you a secret if you promise not to tell anybody else. Tony, but you got to promise me that you won't say anything to anybody, because we don't announce 2024 Slob Olympics until after this year's Slob Olympics. So if I tell you, you got to promise me you won't say anything. '24 Slob Olympics is in Florida. But you can't say anything. It's a huge, massive secret. Can you imagine the pandemonium? Can you imagine the just absolute excitement if word got out that the 2024 Slob Olympics was in Florida? So we got to keep that under wraps, okay? But yeah, 2024 Slob Olympics will be in Florida. 2023, Isle of Palm, South Carolina, which is the Charleston area. March 3rd through 5th. That's a Friday through Sunday. The actual Slob Olympics events are on March 4th, Saturday at 10 a.m. In the past, most people that have gone to these have came on Friday and stayed till Sunday. Depending on where people live, though, some people just come for the Saturday. They'll drive into town on Saturday, go back home Saturday night. Some people come all week. I'm going on Wednesday, March 1st, so I'll be there from March 1st to March 5th. But the actual events, the Slob competition is on touchdown Penn State. Nice slant route over the middle. Boy, you can say what you want about Sean Clifford, and he there are plenty of reasons to criticize him during his time at Penn State, but when he's on, he looks pretty good. But yeah, so the actual events themselves, the Slob competition will be on Saturday, March 4th, starting at 10 a.m. Seaside Inn. There's not very many hotels in Isle of Palms. One of the only hotels on the beach is Seaside Inn. That's where we're doing the Slob Olympics, on the beach, right in front of Seaside Inn. March 3rd through 5th, 2023 Slob Olympics, Isle of Palm, South Carolina, which is the Charleston area. There you go. There you go. Lou, can we see your reaction videos from 2014? But you can see, you can see anyone you want. Just go to YouTube and look it up. The Georgia Tech one is from 2016. Just type in Uncle Lou Georgia Tech, it'll come up. The score is 14-7 Penn State. Penn State just scored to take the lead. 14-7. They're on top. You know what? I forgot about that TCU video I did in 2016. I forgot all about that. There's only one more game after this. Yep, the national title game, and then that's it. Retro, thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm not sure how I feel about my Bearcats getting Emory Jones from the portal. My gut is telling me dark times are ahead, but the past 5 years have made it worth it. Take care, Uncle Lou. You're talking about Cincinnati getting Emory Jones. He's a Georgia kid, from the state of Georgia. I wasn't that high on him coming out of high school. It didn't work out at Florida, obviously. So, we'll see how he does at Cincinnati in the Big 12. But he's not the worst quarterback in the world. Can you show us the TCU video you did in 2016? No. But you can go to YouTube and you can search Uncle Lou TCU, and I'm sure it'll come up. Yeah, 6 years ago.
Are you feeling overwhelmed by the amount of information you have to read? Wish you could get to the...
There you go. I found it that easy. Just type in Uncle Lou TCU. You'll find it. You'll find it. I have confidence. I have confidence in you that you can find it. Come on, Lou. You're really bringing me down, bud. What am I doing? What am I doing to bring you down? Uncle Lou, how long was it before you replaced a broken TV with a new one? If you're talking about 2016, when I broke the TV after the Georgia Tech game, that was Thanksgiving weekend, so I went out literally right after that because it was Black Friday. Well, it wasn't Black Friday, but it was Thanksgiving weekend, so, everybody has the sales. I went out right after that, immediately, same day. Penn State is legit, dude, says Malachi. Yeah, Penn State was a good team. Not great, but good. Going deep, Cam Rising down the sideline. Caught, defender fell down. Tackled inside the 30 at the 28. Penn State defender fell down that time. Utah wide receiver just literally had to sit there and wait on the ball to come down. Look. Wow. Big play by Utah there. Gets the ball all the way down inside the Penn State 30 to the 28, 27-yard line. Miami's player or Gators players more convicts this offseason. I don't know. You're seeing less of that kind of stuff than you used to see. Lou is scared of me. I'm not scared of you. You breaking the TV and drinking the old Coke when Bama won the Natty in 2017 was what led me to this channel. Luckily, since then, I haven't had too many reasons to do anything like that. TCU 2014 should have made the playoff. What does that the Uncle Lou want to eat? Oh, I don't know. Nice run by Utah that time. Little short of the first down, but it's going to be third and less than a yard inside the 20. What should I eat for dinner, y'all? Lou, are you going to take TCU or Georgia in the points? I've already taken Georgia and laid the points. Georgia minus 13.5. I broke my foot when Terrence Edwards missed a wide open pass against Florida. Yeah, that was 2002. Cost us a national championship. I'm having a salad for dinner today, says JJ. Go eat that new chicken Whopper? Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. Oh, touchdown, Utah. Breaks some tackles, gets loose, scampers into the end zone for a touchdown. This is going to tie things back up again. Boy, it's something about this Rose Bowl. It's just a good game almost every single year, ain't it? Mondays are for pizza, says the Hulk. Chick-fil-A, says Robert. I've been around since Fire Mark Richt. Yeah, that was when my channel really first started to take off, 2015, 2016. Yeah, stop spamming the chat. It's fine to type Georgia sucks. No one cares about that. Just don't spam the chat. Just type it once. When you spam the chat, then we can't see what everybody else is typing. We only can see what you're typing. Stay physical, Utah. Don't be like Kirby. 5-star dummy. Why are so many people spamming today? Because kids are out of school on vacation and they're bored and don't have anything else to do. So all these 9 and 10-year-olds are on the internet playing around. It's mostly their parents' fault. Like that guy, whoever that guy was. What was his name? Jake Cake 101. It's his parents' fault. His parents are fucking losers. And instead of raising their child, they're letting the internet and the computer raise their child. Because his parents are fucking lazy-ass deadbeats. That's just reality. Retro, thank you for the super chat. He says, I literally saw a YouTube TCU video the other day. It's called TCU Riff Ram 2016. It's less than 1 minute long. Check it out. These are some wild folk down there in Texas. I think it's the heat. Lou, you remember the video you did at Walmart when you wanted one of those motorized scooters and you couldn't get one because fat people were always in them? Yeah, that's true, though. And I was pissed off about it. I needed one. That made me mad. That really did piss me off. Turtleneck Gang says, I can't wait to see your reaction when Georgia loses. Well, you don't have to wait. Just Google Uncle Lou and then the name of a team that Georgia has lost to anytime in the last 6 years, and you can watch a reaction of me to Georgia losing. But unfortunately for you, it's not happening now. That's the problem. Georgia's about to be 29-1 in their last 30 games. I know that makes you mad, but unfortunately, everybody that just waits around for Georgia to lose to see what Uncle Lou's going to do, those people have been awfully disappointed the last 2 years. Yeah, the Vandy one was good, too. When we lost to Vandy in 2016, that's a good video, too. Next commercial, I'll play one of them. We just got back from commercial break, but if I remember the next time there's a commercial break, I'll play one of those old rage videos. Uncle Lou, you're going to do more things that annoy you videos this offseason. Yeah, I plan on it because it's been a while since I've done one, and I've developed quite a list of things that annoy me, things that irritate me. Where are you going to put the new championship sign? I don't know. Somebody sent me that one. I didn't actually buy that one. Someone sent it to me. So I'll have to see what I'm going to get this year. Anyone remember when UGA lost to Trinidad? Oh, no, that wasn't UGA. That was USA. Team USA men's soccer team lost to Trinidad and Tobago, and I lost my mind on video. Yeah, that was a good one, too. I'm good, Justin. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here. Y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up. There's 876 people in here and only 300 and something thumbs up. We really ought to be able to get that to 500 with almost 900 people in here. It doesn't take any time, effort, or energy at all to hit that thumbs up button, but it is a big help to the show. Jet sweep by Penn State that time. Doesn't get much before he's ridden out of bounds. Might have picked up 2 or 3 yards on the play. Second down coming up for Penn State. All tied up with Utah, 14 apiece. 2:20 to go until halftime. This year's Rose Bowl. Most watched stream you ever had? Most popular live stream I ever had, last year's national championship game. $215,000. Second most popular live stream I ever had was TCU in Michigan 2 days ago, $164,000. Shotgun. Sean Clifford, empty backfield, throws over the middle, slant caught, first down, and then some, still on his feet. Up to the 37 or 38-yard line, first down, Penn State. Did USC lose? Talking about today, Southern Cal? Yeah. Yeah. How many comments do you get from people asking if you can show the game? Not as many as it used to be. But it happens in every stream like this that I do. Somebody will show up and say, "Can you show the game?" But it's not as often as it used to be. Yeah, I don't know what happened with last year's national title game. It freezes at a certain point. It's a YouTube processing error. It's nothing I did, because when you do a live stream, when you do a live stream, it automatically uploads the video to YouTube. It's nothing that I or any other YouTuber has to go in and do. When you do a live stream, it just automatically uploads after the live stream to YouTube. And must have been some kind of processing error or something with YouTube. I've emailed them about it last year when it happened, but they said there's nothing they can do. Yeah. Now, luckily, before that happened, I do have a video of the last minute of the game, where the Keely Ringo interception, where Keely Ringo pick six that sealed the game. There is a reaction video of me in real time as that happened. But as far as the whole live stream, if you try to watch that, it freezes at a certain point. I don't know what happened, and YouTube can't give me any answers. 3rd and 16 for Penn State now on their own 31-yard line, all tied up 14 apiece, 1:06 to go. Give up play up the middle on 3rd and 16, a handoff, gain 6 or 7 yards, but it's going to be 4th and long. Utah probably going to take a timeout here. Yeah, Utah is going to take a timeout here with 58 seconds to go. They're on defense right now, but Penn State's going to have to punt it away, so Utah trying to save as much of this clock as they can. Maybe try to get some points here at the end of the first half. We'll see. When do you plan to start schedule previews for next season? Probably April. Uncle Lou, any advice for college football content creators? I make content too on my other channel, by the way. Love your content. I give everybody the same advice every time. Now, I don't know how much time you have to dedicate to YouTube. Everybody is different, depending on whether you're a student, whether you work, whether you don't work, whether you have a family, don't have a family. So everybody is different. So I don't know how much time you can dedicate to YouTube, but you need to be consistent. So, like, if you only have time to do one video a week, do one video a week. But do one video a week. And upload it on the same day every week, around the same time every week. If you can do 2 videos a week, do 2 videos a week, but be consistent and actually do 2 videos a week. And if that's all you can do, upload them every Tuesday and Friday or every Monday and Wednesday or whatever. Make it the same. Don't make people have to guess, how long it's going to be before they have to watch another one of your videos. And the other thing is upload as many videos as you can, as often as you can in the beginning, because you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Generally speaking, the videos are going to be bad in the beginning. They just are. And even if they're good, they're going to get better the more you do. So start doing them. Do as many as you can. Don't wait. You don't need a bunch of fancy equipment. I mean, I've probably got $10,000 worth of equipment at least invested in YouTube, but that's over a 7 or 8 year period of time. For the first 3 or 4 years I was doing YouTube, I had nothing but a cell phone. That's it. No computers, no lights, no microphones, no nothing, no fancy backgrounds, no audio processors, absolutely nothing. All you really need is a cell phone. And then the other stuff you can accumulate over time if you want to, but be consistent, upload on the same days every week, and just be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't try to copy somebody else. It's okay to get ideas from other people or to learn from other people, but don't try to imitate other people. Just be yourself. The 2 most important things when it comes to YouTube, and again, I'm no expert. Yeah, but you asked for my opinion, so I'm giving it to you. But I'm no expert. But in my opinion, the 2 most important things are the content you put out and the personality you have. And people are either going to love your content, and that's why they watch, or they're going to love your personality, and that's why they watch, or some combination of those 2 things. But just be yourself. Check your text messages. I don't know what I want to eat. That's the problem. Chinese, pepper steak, or beef and brown. Yeah, pepper steak. Pepper steak. That actually sounds good. Patreon or YouTube for the title game. YouTube. No more Patreon. No more Patreon for college football. So the national title game will be on YouTube. There is a bunch of stuff coming up on Patreon. We're gonna do NFL playoffs, Super Bowl, March Madness, NFL draft, maybe some Masters, the golf tournament, the Masters. What about that other football league, whatever it's called now? Is it the XFL or whatever it is? whatever that gimmick football league is that out. Maybe we'll do some of that. Corn Dog Man, thank you again for the super chat. He says the Bama loss was probably the best thing to happen to the Dogs last year. They were starting to believe the hype forced them to refocus. Go Dogs. Yeah, they played much better the second time. That looks like an incomplete pass out of bounds, I think. He caught it, but I don't think he was in bounds. Referee says no, out of bounds. Utah running out of time here trying to get some points before half. That is an amazing catch, though. He was out of bounds, but the fact that he even caught the ball is ridiculous to me. 2nd and 10 now for Utah. Wingstop fries are so good, says Colby. Yeah, my kids love Wingstop fries. 2nd and 10 for Utah. Cameron Rising throws down the sideline. Incomplete. 11 seconds to go now. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Utah. Do some past seasons team recaps. Jay La22, thank you for the super chat. He says Stetson Stroud had the same completions and attempts, but Stet hit for 50 more yards in tight windows, unlike the wide-open Ohio State wide receivers. Why doesn't he get the same respect? He's just not as talented a quarterback as C.J. Stroud. I'm not going to knock Stetson. He played great, but in no universe is he anywhere near the quarterback of C.J. Stroud. So as far as why he doesn't get the same respect, that's why. He's not going to be a first-round draft pick. C.J. Stroud is. That's why. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but that's just what it is. C.J. Stroud also played good for the entire game. Stetson Bennett played good for 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. How do you think Gus will do in the Big 12? I think he'll do fine. Stetson was invited to the Heisman ceremony, so the idea that somehow he doesn't get any respect, I don't necessarily agree with that. Stroud definitely a better QB, yeah. That's not an insult to Stetson to say that Stroud is a better QB. Bryce Young's a better QB than Stetson. That's not an insult to Stetson. Jaden Daniels going to be the Hendon Hooker next year. What does that mean? He's going to go 10-2, finish second in his division, and what? Georgia's so good because of Kirby. He's a great coach. Kirby is a great coach. Right now he's the best coach in football. Lou, do you have any hate with TCU fans? No, there aren't any TCU fans. I'm trying to find some this week, so we'll see. Who has a pet horned lizard in his basement? Yeah, that's fake news. That's fake news. Yeah, Hendon Hooker's the same age as Stetson Bennett. Is it hard to find trash to talk about TCU? No, it's not. It's not hard to trash talk any team at all for me. What pets have you had during your life? Mostly dogs and mostly beagles. Can I get a go Utes, Uncle Lou? Hold on. Can you? No. I have to do go Penn State, I think. Yeah, I have to do go Penn State. Somebody made a bet with me, $20. So I have to do go Penn State. I do like Utah, though. It's $20. It's not going to hurt my feelings if Utah wins. I love Utah. I love watching Utah play. Do you eat the end pieces on a loaf of bread? Yeah, of course. That's the guffle. Of course I eat the guffle. You don't like the guffle? How can you not like the guffle? I was trying to make a $30 bet on Utah, said Jerry Go Deep. What, with me? Okay. I mean, it's tied 14-14. You want Utah? I'll take Penn State. Here. There's my PayPal and my Cash App. I just posted it in the comments section. You got to send the money to one of those. And you got to do it before the third quarter starts. If you win, I'll send you back your money plus what I owe you. But when I do bets, I collect the money ahead of time because I'm not in the business of tracking down anonymous commenters on YouTube when they don't pay. All right, I think I got it. Was that it? All right. Let's write that down. All right, you got Utah straight up. $30. All right, good luck, sir. Good luck, sir. Did I? UGA TCU. UGA TCU. UGA TCU. Utah, Penn State, Utah, Penn State. Okay. Wisconsin going 11-1 next year and plays in the Big Ten title game. They got an amazing QB transferring in and gave Florida Mertz. Yeah, I'm high on Wisconsin for next year too, just because they hired Luke Fickell. I think he's right away the best coach in the Big Ten West. Hey, Lou, what watch is that today? This is Michael Kors. Lou, you gonna play one of those videos now? Oh yeah, it's halftime. What do y'all want to see? An Uncle Lou reaction to a loss? Here you go.
So Black Lives Matter released their 990 IRS filings. They collected 80.
But hey, it's just Trick or treat. Hey, Mark, you know what Mark Richt dressed up like for Halloween? A head coach. But that's all he's got is the costume. That's it. Another embarrassing, humiliating performance. But hey, it's just the Florida game, coach. Watch the post-game press conference. Watch how he comes in there. It's just one loss. You know, and you Georgia fans that say, if you don't support Mark Richt, you're not a real fan. How many of you support Obama? Are you a real American? Just because you don't support Coach Richt doesn't mean you don't love the Dogs. This is getting embarrassing and humiliating. You make the decision to play Fatan Bauta. Good for you. Great decision. He's a running quarterback that runs the zone read and the zone option. In high school, he was called Tebow Jr. You finally decide to give him the start, and then you run the same offense we've been running. You run 0 zone reads, 0 zone option, no design quarterback runs. It's obvious he's not as good of a passer as Ramsey or Lambert. And that's not saying much. But if you're going to play him, play his style of offense. I don't understand. Now, I don't make $4 million a year. I'm just an idiot with a camera and a YouTube account. But you know, and the defense played good. The defense played good. Reggie Davis muffs a punt. What are you doing catching a punt on the 4-yard line? I blame the special teams coach for that. Guess who that is? You give Florida the ball multiple times on our side of the field. The defense played good. The defense played good. Yeah, they broke down in the fourth quarter, but what do you expect when they're on the field the entire game? Because the offense can't get a first down. You're running a pro-style offense with a zone read quarterback. I'm sick of it. I don't even know what else to say. I'm not even having a good morning.
Dishes still coming out dirty? Maybe you need to...
That was Rick's last year. That was 2015. That was the year Mark Richt ended up getting fired. What other one y'all want to see? The 2017 loss in the Natty? Okay. Here you go. Georgia loses to Alabama in overtime in the national title game 2017. All right, here it is.
Quick
Field goal kicker back out there. I mean, this possession right here could be the game. Either they're going to score and win it, or they're probably going to go for it on fourth down and lose it. One of those two things. They're either going to score or they're going to go for it on fourth down, and that's going to be it. Oh, they're screwed. They're screwed 7 ways from Sunday. See? Now, the announcers have talked all game about these freshman quarterbacks, right? And now you've seen each freshman quarterback here make a huge boo-boo. I mean, you just can't do this in overtime. You cannot do that in overtime, especially when you're Alabama and you can't make extra points. So you got, all right, we got no big plays here now. No big plays here.
2nd and 26! How do you let a man behind you? My God, man.
In 9 years. How fitting, Chris. And a night when we've talked so much about freshmen, it's true freshmen, the true freshmen to win the game for Alabama. A 41-yarder after the sack, delivering the victory in overtime to Alabama. To Tom Rinaldi. Chris, Nick, you just said it's up. Answer the question. Was that a good game or what? How do you describe what you just coached through?
How do you let a man behind you on 2nd and 26?
Tua did a great job, gave us a little spark. Defense picked it up to overcome the adversity of missing a field goal in regular, then go and win the game in overtime. It's a great football game. We got to give Georgia a lot of credit. They really played well in the game. But I'm so proud of our players for the way they come back in the game after the first half we played was not very good. What led you to the decision, and what did you tell Tua? Well, I just thought we had to throw the ball in the game, and I thought he could do it better. And he did. He did a good job. He made some plays in the passing game. So
This is brutal.
great win, man. I'm so happy for Alabama fans. Great for our players. Unbelievable. After what happened last year, losing with 1 second to go, the mantra all season was finish. How did you coach your team to do that tonight? What spirit did they show you today? Well, I told them in the beginning, I said, look, all we got to do is execute. We make so many mistakes in the first half.
How do you let a man behind you on 2nd and 26?
We'll just go have poise and focus, execute like we do all the time. That's who we are. We'll have a chance to get back in this game. And the players believed it and came back and did a great job. Your 6th national championship. You tied Bear Bryant for most in the poll era. Take a second and hear that. What does that mean to you? Right now, I'm just happy for all these folks here. I'm happy for all these folks. I'm happy for our players. I don't care anything about that, to be honest with you. This was a great win for our players, and I've never been happier in my life. Never, never. Congratulations, Nick. Maria.
Thanks, Tom. Tua, you have never started a game on the college level, and yet you get to start in the biggest game of your life. When did you find out that you were going in?
Man, I found out when we were in the locker room. Coach brought the quarterbacks together, and he made the statement that, Tua, you're going to start out the second half, and we're going to rotate the quarterbacks. See how things go. So we went from there.
What went through your mind when Coach let you know you were about to play in a national championship game?
My parents would be mad, but excuse me. First and foremost, I just like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. With Him, all things are possible, and that's what happened tonight. But I mean, it was a team effort tonight. Couldn't have been done without the defense getting us the ball back. Our O-line blocking, working their butts off as well as our receivers. It was just a great team effort.
2nd and 26.
And they were the guys that made me look good.
It was nobody within 10 yards of that man.
I don't.
It's still halftime on the Rose Bowl, so whenever the game does come back on, of course, I'll turn all this off.
Say anything, just going back in, just taking a play at a time, and that's what happened.
Now that you're a national champion, as a true freshman, describe what it means for you in this moment.
In this moment, it means the world. But at the same time, all glory goes to God. I can't describe.
That's a Coke bottle from 1980.
Who would have ever thought I would have been
Oh,
here,
so
right now,
30,
in this moment. So,
37 years old at that time when this was recorded.
And describe what you saw on that final game-winning play.
They had split.
I thought I could get a new Coke bottle this year instead of this old one from 1980.
He tried to disguise his coverage. I tried to look him off. He stayed in the middle. Then I went back outside. There was cover 2 on their side. But he stayed inside. So, I took a shot downfield and he caught it.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Tom?
And this thing is welded on.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen, you've just been shaking your head. You've had that smile on your face. Your reaction when you found out Tua was going to start the second half, honestly.
He was going to step in and do his thing. We have a lot of guys in the QB room that play really well. And he stepped in and did his thing. Did his thing for every offensive huddle, you were right there next to him throughout the second half.
At least it's cold. It's been 20 degrees here for a week.
Ball. Play your game.
Hashtag
Stuff like this.
pray for Luke.
Stuff like this. You know, he has the it factor, and I'm so happy for him, happy for this team. What does it mean to you to be a national champion? It's unbelievable. I dreamed about this. Congratulations, Jalen. Thank you. Chris.
Shows a lot of class because as a competitor, gotta be bittersweet feelings. Meanwhile, UncleLouHere had to shake off a 16-yard loss in the half he has played. That's they're back to the 41-yard line, not in field goal range.
Right. How about him coming right back to the ball? And he mentioned how he moved the safety. This is a safety right here. Dominic Sanders moves him to the middle of the field, gives him just enough. What you don't see is his head moves complete. Watch his eyes right here. His head is looking this way. He's trying to move the safety as much as he can. Because if he does, he knows that he has Smith streaking down the sidelines. The eyes move the safety just enough for him to get back to Smith and make the play of the year.
Smith, one of the such a prominent role. Really an incredible line. We've talked about this one for as long as football played, not just because of Saban's historic achievement, downplay, but because of UncleLouHere. From Hawaii to Tuscaloosa and coming off the bench and making that play. After Alabama had a chance to win it in regulation, Papanesto's cooking it.
Second and 26. Wee! Second and 26. Wee!
There you go. David, thank you for for helping to support the show. He says, "What are your thoughts on Cam Rising? Coming from a non-Utah fan, he seems like a good prospect for a career in pro football. I've loved Cam Rising for 2 years in a row now. I didn't follow him until last season, but I love Cam Rising. I'm not very good at projecting how college players will do in the NFL because I don't think I watch enough NFL. But I'm sure he'll get an opportunity somewhere, to at least make a team. As far as where he'll get drafted or whatever, though, I really don't have any idea. But he reminds me of Max Duggan in that I think it's pretty clear. Like, he's one of those quarterbacks that, like, by no means is he one of the 10 most talented quarterbacks or anything in football, but he's gutsy, and he gives you everything he has on every play. He's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. Thank you for helping to support the show. I appreciate that. Trace, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Go Dogs, Lou, and Happy New Year in that." Yeah, Happy New Year in that. Thank you, Trace. Happy New Year to you and your family, too. There you go. A couple of Uncle Lou Lost videos from back in the day. There's plenty more. There's plenty more. Like I said, if you want to see Uncle Lou Lost videos, just go to YouTube, type in Uncle Lou, and then the name of any team that we've lost to in the last 5 or 6 years, and the video will come up in the search results. Trace, thank you again, buddy. He says, "What's softer, Ohio State or Dominic Sanders' coverage on 2nd and 26?" I love Dominic Sanders. You know he's the all-time interception leader at UGA, right? I don't know what coverage we were in there. So I don't know if it's the corner that got beat, or I don't know if it was some type, I don't know. Well, the corner clearly got beat, and that wasn't Dominic Sanders. Dominic Sanders was the safety. Dominic was late getting over there for sure, but I don't know what happened to the corner on that play either. But I loved Dominic Sanders. I think the Rose Bowl has the longest halftime of any bowl game. Safety was too slow coming across, misjudged it. Well, that was Dominic Sanders was the safety. But I don't know what happened to the corner on that play either. Will you break a TV if TCU wins? I don't plan. If you plan a reaction, is it really a reaction? No, it's not. I've never planned any post-game reaction, win or lose. The game ends, I hit record, and whatever happens, happens. I don't plan any post-game reaction. Now, last year for the national title game, I had a shirt made that said 2021 on it. So in a way, I guess that was pre-planned. I wore the 1980 shirt during last year's national title game. And when we won the game, I ripped off the 1980 shirt and I had on a 2021 shirt underneath it. So I guess in that respect, that was planned. But as far as what I would have done had we lost that game, I have no idea. And I don't know what I'll do if we lose to TCU. I don't ever know what I'll do if we lose. I do whatever I do. Yeah, Zach, that was part of it. You planned the Coke bottle, clown. That was a bet. If we lost, I had to drink the Coke. So that wasn't a reaction. That was a bet that was made ahead of time. Clown. Lou, your vid when Chauncey Rivers got busted for weed is one of the funniest. Yeah, that got me on Netflix. First and 10, first play of the second half. Utah gets the ball to start out. They pick up 4 or 5 yards on the ground. Second and about 5 coming up. All tied up 14 apiece. Was the Coke flat? Completely flat. It tasted like, it had like that, I'm trying to describe it. Well, first of all, before I made the bet to drink that Coke, I had looked it up and made sure it was safe. And actually, if you go on YouTube, there's videos of people drinking Cokes that are much older than that. And basically everything I read and saw said that the Coke might not taste very good, but it can't hurt you. There's nothing in there that could spoil or rotten that would hurt you or make you sick or whatever. So it didn't taste good, but it didn't make me sick or anything either. Hardest Georgia loss? Well, that one. I don't think there's any loss worse than losing a national championship game. I mean, there's been a lot of bad losses. The 2016 loss to Tennessee, where we hit a Hail Mary with a minute to go, and then they hit a Hail Mary on literally the last play of the game to like back-to-back Hail Marys to beat us. That was bad. 2012, when we lost to Alabama in the SEC title game, got all the way down to the 4-yard line and the clock ran out. That was brutal. 2018 SEC championship game to Alabama, where we were leading by a couple of scores in the second half and ended up losing, which was the second year in a row that it happened, was bad. The penalty on Georgia didn't help either, Uncle Lou. Scale 1 to 10, how confident are you on a Natty win? 9. Being a Tennessee fan, I'm sorry, but I know Boogie wants money. That's all he talks about. 2013 Auburn game was rough. Was that which game was that? Was that the one where they hit our defensive back tipped the ball and the Auburn receiver caught it and ran it in for a touchdown? Was that game? Yeah, the game's on. Jerry Sandusky likes oysters. So do I. Utah with the ball right at midfield, 1st and 10. Cam Rising back to throw. Over the middle, throws it behind the wide receiver, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up, still tied at 14. 12.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. What are the SEC haters, Big Ten apologists going to say when their 4 golden children? I don't know what that is. Remember when Auburn was what? Remember when Auburn was somewhat good in later half 2017? Yeah, they were 1 game away from the playoffs, but Georgia beat the shit out of them in the SEC championship game. They then went on to lose to Central Florida in the Peach Bowl. Handoff on 2nd and 10 goes absolutely nowhere. 3rd and 10 coming up for Utah at midfield. A lot of pushing going on after the plays in this game, too. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Good to see you in here, buddy. Trace, thank you again for the super chat. He says, best reaction is the 2018 LSU halftime rage. You had the Fromm bot so mad. I'll have to go back and watch that one. I remember the post-game video for LSU 2018. I don't remember the halftime video. I'll have to go back and look at that. Remember the Texas loss in the Sugar Bowl, I think. Yeah, that was the Sugar Bowl in 2018. 1st down, Utah on a pass. Is that a fullback? Good Lord, that's a big old boy. I guess that's a fullback? Who even still has a fullback? What is this person? That is a fullback. Look at him. The damn fullback just caught a pass for 15 yards. Moves the sticks for Utah. Keeps this drive alive, 1st and 10. A reverse pass that didn't work, and they're going to lose 7 or 8 yards. They tried a reverse, and then the wide receiver wanted to throw the ball, I think, back to the quarterback. Yeah, he wanted to throw it back to the quarterback, but Penn State picked it up, and they just had nothing to do, nowhere to go. Ends up losing about 8 yards, 8 or 9 yards. Big loss there. Last year's Georgia team was far better than this year, says Dan 1. I think the defense was better overall, for sure. This year's offense is probably a little better. 2nd and 19 for Utah. Under pressure, but gets rid of it. Incomplete. Nearly made an amazing circus catch, but ball was severely underthrown. Cam Rising was hit as he tried to throw it. There was a man hanging on him when he got rid of it. Couldn't get anything on the ball at all. Falls incomplete. 3rd down coming up for Utah. It's funny to see people think these transfer bowls are big wins, says Kirby's Belt. Well, depending on what team or what shape your program is in, these can be big wins. 3rd and 19 coming up for Utah here. 10.5 minutes to go in the third, all tied up at 14 apiece. Over the middle, incomplete. 4th and 19. Utah is going to have to probably kick it away here. Lou, we can do a three-peat. Yeah, let's win this one first. I do think Georgia will most likely be ranked number 1 heading into next season, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Alabama and Ohio State were ranked number 1 heading into this season. So 4th and 19, Utah kicks it away. This is going to be down at the 4-yard line. So a nice punt, nice coverage by Utah is going to pin Penn State back deep for their first possession of the second half. 10-17 to go in the third quarter. Penn State 14, Utah 14. The Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. The granddaddy of them all. Who will be Georgia's next QB? It looks like Carson Beck, unless something changes. But Carson Beck was clearly the number 2 this year, ahead of Brock Vandergriff and Gunnar Stockton. So I think what will happen is I think all 3 quarterbacks will stick around for spring practice. Carson Beck, Brock Vandergriff, and Gunnar Stockton. I think after spring practice, somebody's going to transfer out. My guess is that it'll be Brock Vandergriff, but it's purely a guess. What happens if UJ gets another walk-on in the offseason? We already have a walk-on, Will Muschamp's son. And if he ever plays, I will lose my mind. Because y'all know I don't even think he should be on the team. But at least he's a walk-on. He's not taking up a scholarship like all Dabo's kids do. But he shouldn't even be on the team since his dad coaches there. But he's not taking up a scholarship and he doesn't play. So I don't really bitch and moan about it. But he's a walk-on quarterback at UGA. Muschamp's son for QB so we can have a Lou rant video. Yeah, well, you'll definitely get one if that day ever comes. Believe me. Believe me. FSU just got the number 1 kicker in the country, says Muffin. Preferred walk-on. Yeah, there's no difference. Lou does not like muffins. That's true. I don't eat muffins. Yeah, TCU coach had a lot to say about the SEC the other day with the scheduling. Lou, you going to follow the Masters? Yeah, I don't follow golf, but I do watch the Masters every year. Didn't Sonny Dykes coach in the SEC at one time? He may have been an assistant somewhere or something. He's never been a head coach in the SEC. All right, 1st and 10 for Penn State. Penn back on their own 5-yard line after that Utah punt. This is their first possession of the second half. We're all tied up at 14, 10-17 to go in the third quarter. Sean Clifford in a shotgun standing on his own goal line. Back to throw in his own end zone now. Over the middle, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Nittany Lions. Watch Harbaugh take an NFL job and Michigan drop this bowl curse, says Tile Fires. If UJ wins, will they retire the number 13 for Stetson? Someone asked that earlier. I don't think so, but maybe. I'm not that big into retiring numbers or whatever, so it wouldn't really matter to me one way or the other. I mean, you get to a certain point, you start retiring too many numbers, and then you got to unretire them because you don't have enough numbers to go around and all that. So I don't know. I seriously doubt it, though. Pass complete this time on a slant over the middle. Gets them out to the 12 or 13-yard line. 3rd and 2 coming up for Penn State now. Sean Clifford walks up to the line of scrimmage talking to the O-line. Now he's ready. Handoff. There he goes. Gone. They're not going to catch him. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Wow. 85-yard touchdown run by Nick Singleton. Unbelievable. He's a true freshman. He's a true freshman. If you're looking for the next best running back in college football for next season, it might be that guy right there. He's a beast. He is an absolute beast. I don't know what Penn State's situation is on their offensive line for next year in terms of who all's coming back and all that. That's one of the reasons I don't do predictions till later in the year after I look into all that. But if Penn State's got any kind of offensive line next year, Nick Singleton could have an absolute ridiculous season. Just bet 1K that Georgia will lay the points. I hope I'm right. You mean you bet Georgia minus 13.5? I bet I did the same thing. I bet $1,000 earlier today with somebody in the comments section. Ramon S. Ramon S. I took Georgia minus 13,500. Mike Bobo is still with us. Why? Says B-Rope RP top 10. I love Mike Bobo as an offensive coach. Is the new NCAA football game coming out this year? No, it's not. Next summer at the earliest. Summer 24 at the earliest. What we got there now?
Pepper steak and an egg roll. Do you want an egg roll?
What'd you get?
I got beef and broccoli.
You want beef and broccoli?
Do you want an egg roll?
You want beef and broccoli? You want egg roll? Hashtag cancel Lou.
Egg roll? How's that look?
Looks good, but next time, oh, never mind.
What?
Never mind.
Next time what?
Nothing. I was about to say something, but I'm not going to say it. Changed my mind.
Okay, you sure? You can if you want to.
No, I don't need to. Funny how we've been on stream since she was there for lunch. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know Colby sent me oysters?
He called me
Yeah.
while I was at the salon.
Yeah. He said something about it in the chat, but I kind of thought he was half kidding. And then like 30 minutes later, he left another comment and it said, check your front door. And I was like, no, you didn't. And I went out there and there was a big old bag of oysters sitting outside the front door.
Did you eat them all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
Of course you did. Oysters.
What does BA's shirt say?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses. In that.
No, not.
This is good.
You need something to drink?
Yeah. And a paper towel in that. Michael says, I wish I had that Uncle Lou money. Uncle Lou money. Chinese is like the cheapest thing you can eat, man. Thank you. Lou, can you and Battle Angel adopt me? No.
No.
No. But no. No.
I got enough kids.
Yeah. Ram Dog, but thank you for the super chat, Kevin. Ram Dog, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Woo, happy New Year to you, BA and fam. I like Joel Klatt's idea for playoff expansion to have the Natty game every year at the Rose Bowl. Also, did you get your hoodie and cap? Thanks. No, but you know what? I need to go to the post office. I avoided the post office like the plague, like the few days before Christmas, because I know how it is in there. So I need to go by there. In fact, I might do that. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, do I? What's tomorrow? Oh, I ain't got nothing to do. Do I? Ain't none. I'll go tomorrow. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. I mean, besides some work stuff, but it's not like today where I'm basically live streaming for 12 hours, which is dumb.
You're going to need some TLC after this week.
Yeah. What I need is like a 2-day nap.
Well, you could probably have that right before the Natty game.
3rd and 7 for Utah. Penn State up 7 after that long Nick Singleton touchdown run. Kicked off to Kicked off to Utah. Now Utah looking at a 3rd and 7 here. 8:52 to go in the third quarter. Cam Rising in a shotgun. Back to throw. Under pressure, steps away, takes off running, picks up the first down. Keeps the drive alive.
My nephew came and got his haircut today. He cried.
About a haircut?
Yeah.
What is he, 2?
10. But his hair was long,
Oh.
and his mom made me cut it short.
He was mad about it?
It broke my heart.
Remember when UGA fans wanted Kirby Smart fired after 2017? No, I don't know. There ain't a single UGA fan that wanted Kirby Smart fired after 2017. You literally just made that up. His second year as a head coach, he wins the SEC and goes to a national championship game. There's not a person alive that thought he should have been fired after that. That's the most ridiculous thing. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. And I've heard a lot of ridiculous things. Really good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe you'll get some energy now.
Oh, they're talking about bulgogi in that.
Love bulgogi. Uncle Lou loves bulgogi too. He's had it.
Robert says, what you guys eating? Chinese food. I have pepper steak and rice, and she's got beef and broccoli with rice. Egg roll, too. You want egg roll? You want beef and broccoli? Yes, she's Korean.
Yes.
Blitz Davis says Rising's going to have to go to the 2 attempt. Boy, Rising's one of the toughest players in college football. He is not scared of contact. Favorite fast food joint kind of depends. Like for breakfast, I almost always go to McDonald's. I like their Egg McMuffin. Lunch or dinner, if I want a hamburger, like my favorite hamburger, if you're talking about strictly hamburger, would be the Whopper. I like it better than a Big Mac or a Quarter Pounder or anything like that. I do think McDonald's got the best fries, though. I like Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, all the usual stuff. I don't really know if I have a favorite, though. Outside of breakfast. 10 out of 10 times for breakfast, I want an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's. But lunch or dinner, I'm open to pretty much anything. Bojangles tender salad is low-key smack. I like Bojangles, but I get the chicken supreme meal with their spicy chicken fingers with French fries. Is what I like from there. Cracker Barrel has the best blueberry pancakes. I don't eat any pancakes other than just regular pancakes. Same with a waffle. When I go to Cracker Barrel, I get biscuits and gravy. And a side of bacon. Red Robin is underrated. Me and my daughter ate at Red Robin a couple of days before Christmas. We went to finish up some Christmas shopping. She needed to get some things for a couple of her friends. Results are in. The worst conference in bowl games was the Big 12 at 2-6. That's pitiful. Where's the hot and sour sauce?
I don't use hot and sour sauce.
No, neither.
Yeah. So.
Neither one of us used that. 2nd and 10 for Utah. High snap, but Rising comes down with it. Manages to hand the ball off for a gain of about 7. Well, 6 or 7. It's going to be 3rd down coming up, though. Oh, Rising's hurt. I didn't think y'all were being serious. I thought you just meant if he keeps running like that, he's going to get hurt. I didn't know he actually did get hurt. That's not good for Utah. There's no way they win this game without him. Pass complete on 3rd and 4, and he picks up the first down up close to midfield. Did they say what the deal is with Rising? Is he going to be able to come back? Left knee caved in? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Lou, have you ever eaten at Gary's Hamburgers? Yep. Or Tokyo Express. Tokyo Express, I don't know about that.
I've eaten at Tokyo Express. That's close to where I live, so.
Oh, is that
right there where the
to-go hibachi?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I've eaten at Tokyo Express, but I have had to-go hibachi before. The place by Kroger on Columbia Road, near where you work. There's a Japanese place in there to go.
Is there?
Yeah, it's all the way on the end, next to the Subway and the wing stop. Or as you would say, a ring stop.
I don't know if I've ever seen that place.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Cam Rising headed to the locker room. Not good. Not good. Play action pass. Going deep. Oh, my God. Intercepted. Whoa, oh, my God. Steps out of bounds. Around the 40-yard line. Not a good throw at all. Not a good throw. You're not going to get an easier interception than that if you're Penn State. Boy, tough break for Utah losing Cam Rising.
He's walking fine.
Avery, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, Todd Monken deserves a lot of credit for what he's done with our offense. Scoring as much as we are is crazy. I like Stetson, but Monken is a mastermind. Go Dogs. I think Todd Monken is the single most important piece of Georgia's entire offense. I agree with you completely. He should be the highest paid non-head coach in all of college football. What he's been able to do with the pieces he has offensively is nothing short of a miracle. Yeah, that's what she said. The same thing when they showed him walking off the field. She was like, looks like he's walking fine. I don't know if they're taking him back there like maybe to do an MRI or if they're just taking him back there to put a brace on him, or I'm not sure what they're going to do. I feel pretty good about my 2 bets on Penn State, though, now that Cam Rising's not in the game.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I hate it, but I'm much more confident in Penn State winning the game knowing that Utah doesn't have Cam Rising. Third and 6. Oh, wow. How do you not make that catch, my dude? Great play by Sean Clifford. Hit my mans and them right in the hands, and he dropped it. 4th and 6, and Penn State's going to have to kick it away. It was a concussion, hard hit to his head, says Billy Boy. Oh, people were saying it was his knee. What a comment section be lying, don't they?
I know.
Boy, y'all lie. The comment section lie too damn much. Damn, y'all lie. Lou Marathon, yeah. Y'all seen me eat lunch, sandwiches, a snack, oysters, now dinner, Chinese food. In about an hour, you'll see me drinking coffee. Then I got to do the lunch money show tonight with my man's Pigskin Pete and that. They're talking about getting him a brace. What, for his head? Isn't that what a helmet is, basically?
Probably a cup of coffee, Caroline and Jeff Bradshaw. She asked what was for dessert. Coffee.
Oh, yeah, probably a cup of coffee. If he got a concussion, can't they just pretend he's Tua and send him right back out there?
Oh, my gosh. What about his safety?
What about his freedom?
Not too.
They would never let Uncle Lou on ESPN. Fake news. I've been on ESPN multiple times. Multiple times. I've never drank dark liquor. Justin says, who's hurt? Ohio State fans' feelings. When were you on Netflix? Last Chance U, season 2, I think it was. Man, that's good.
I'm glad I suggested it.
Tulane was 2-10 last year, finished 12-2 this year. Yeah, Jace, what's up? Oh, what's up, Jace? Happy New Year, buddy. Yeah, we were talking about that at the end of that game. Breaking news: Ryan Day only has soft poop. Wow. Anyone know if Spencer Rattler is coming back next year? As far as I know, he is, but I don't know that he's announced anything for sure. What's up, Neo? Lou will be on Good Morning America before we know it. That would interfere with the morning show that I do. I'd have to turn them down, unfortunately. Chinese food. Big play by Utah. Chinese food. Jace, I got the pepper steak and rice. And she got beef and broccoli. See if Utah can tie things up here. Penn State 21, Utah 14. The only scoring we've had in the second half has been that 85-yard touchdown run by Nick Singleton. Other than that, there hasn't been much offense in the third quarter. First and 10. Shotgun, back to throw. Oh, under pressure, slips and falls down. It's hard to imagine Utah winning this game without Cam Rising. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to come back in, but we'll see. But the backup is not looking too good. BA and Uncle Lou favorite Guns N' Roses song. I don't have a favorite Guns N' Roses song.
I don't really either. I mean, they're all pretty.
Oh, yes I do. I'm not sure if this is the name of it or not, but it's the one about how he used to love her, but he had to kill her. I like that. Yeah. The thing is, she fucked around. And then she found out.
Fucked around and found out. We know what happens when you fuck around and find out, right?
Well, that is what happens. You find out.
You gonna find out, right?
Yeah.
November rain. Not December rain. Who said December rain?
Somebody said December Rain.
November
Yeah, November Rain. That is a good song, November Rain.
That's a good song.
ESPN needs Lou. They suck. Yeah, they do. Problem is, if you go to work for ESPN or anybody else for that matter, they get to tell you what to say, or more importantly, they get to tell you what not to say. And no, I can't have that. I'm saying whatever I want to say, and if anyone doesn't like it, then they don't have to, then they just don't have to listen. But no one's telling me what to say or what not to say. I know a guy that used to have a really successful YouTube channel saying whatever he wanted to say. Then he went to work for not ESPN, but the next biggest one. And now no one watches him anymore. It's sad. Now, I'm not knocking him because I'm sure that paycheck he's cashing every week from Fox, I'm sure he sleeps just fine at night. But in terms of purely YouTube and all that, it's a dead channel. Hi, Lou. Duggan going to outperform Bennett, and TCU are going to beat Georgia by 10 points.
Five-star dummy.
Second and 9. Final minute of the third quarter. Penn State pinned inside their own 10 on the 7. This is where they were at last time when he had an 85-yard touchdown run. Not going to happen on this play, though. Only gains about 4. 3rd and 5 coming up for Penn State. I have TCU winning by 3, says NCAA Orbit.
Five-star dummy.
Lou is intimidated by the Hypnotoad. I don't even know what that is. You talking about that lizard that's the TCU mascot? If people pick TCU, you will play that? No. Have TCU losing by at least 2 touchdowns, says KC. Clifford is returning for his 9th year. I think it will be close, but I feel UJ will pull away and win by 2 scores. I just sent this live stream to one of my friend. Thank you, Robert. I have Georgia beating TCU 70-64. Or are they playing basketball too? TCU mascot is counterfeit. It's not even a frog. Facts. It's a lizard. I don't understand what's going on. Well, I do understand because I explained it in detail in a 15-minute video that I uploaded earlier where I explained what the TCU mascot is and the differences between a horned frog and a horned lizard. Max Duggan will be running for his life. Unfortunately, that offensive line isn't built to handle the front like Georgia's, says Quack Kid. I love UncleLou channel. I will be back the next season as well. Thank you, Jay. There is no off season here. You might as well just stick around. You don't have to go anywhere and then come back next season. Just stick around. We have a good time here in the off season. I don't go anywhere. I do this dumb shit year round. Has UG ever played TCU? Yeah, they played in 2016 in a bowl game. I'm not sure if they played before that or not, but that Kirby's first year. That was Kirby's first year. Let me go put my food up, y'all, and I'll be right back, okay? Wide open receiver for Penn State. That's going to be a walk-in touchdown. Ain't going to catch him. Wow. Boy, these big plays. Now, did he tear his hamstring at the end? Looked like he was holding his hamstring or something. 88 yards. Penn State's last 2 touchdowns have both been over 80 yards. That's unreal. That's unreal.
You big dummy.
Unreal. 2 80-yard touchdowns in the second half for Penn State. 1 on the ground, 1 in the air. That's crazy. That was for me. For hitting the wrong button. That dummy was for me for hitting the wrong button. Thoughts on Sea-Dog's reaction to Peach Bowl? I didn't watch it, but I've heard enough people talk about it. Plus, I know enough about Sea-Dog to know about what it was. At this point, I just feel sorry for him. He's built his entire YouTube persona around hating Georgia. And literally, since the second he showed up on YouTube, UJ has done nothing but win football games and national championships. It's just hilarious. Was that? That's the downside. I don't have the volume up very loud when I stream these games because I don't want YouTube to pick up the audio and shut the stream down. So I miss a lot of things the announcers say. But I saw somebody say that was the longest touchdown pass in Rose Bowl history. So is that true? Is that what they said? 9th year of eligibility. Jesus. He's 27 or something? Yeah, Sea-Dog maybe Sea-Dog should do more with his Georgia Tech wrestling character and move away from the I hate Georgia and they keep destroying my feelings type videos that he's been doing for 2 years. Bama's going to rock UJ in Atlanta next season and win the Natty, says Woe Tide 99. Yeah, you said that all off season this year too. So, and then you didn't even win your division or even make the SEC title game, then got left out of the playoffs. When is Bama's bowl game? Does Bama play a bowl game this year? When is Bama's bowl game this year? I'm seriously asking. When is Bama's bowl game? Yeah. When is Bama's bowl game? And who are they playing? Oh, they already played? Okay. Would they play in the morning or something when everybody was still sleeping, so no one watched? Oh, a brunch bowl. Oh, that's right. They played at 11 a.m. Tuscaloosa time. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. Any good games left? Yep, the national title game Monday, January 9th, right here on YouTube. I'll be live streaming the national title game right here on this channel. Sacked again. This backup quarterback for Utah is deer in headlights. Penn State knows it, and they're coming after him big time. Watch this. Look at this. Both guys from the outside come. Look, deer in headlights. Look there. It's going to be a long fourth quarter for that backup quarterback for Utah. If Penn State scores again on this possession, it's over. Because Utah's not coming back with this quarterback. It hit off a Utah man. Penn State recovers it to 48 in that. So Penn State's going to have great field position here. Is Georgia going to play anybody next year either? No. Georgia ain't played nobody in 2 years. There really is nobody for Georgia to play at this point. There's really nobody for Georgia to play. It's the whole who have they played deal. Who had they played? Type. I see how bad Utah wanted that Rose Bowl last year. I kind of feel bad for them to let another one slip away. Yeah. Backup quarterback obviously not prepared. Yeah, Georgia's best games every single year happen on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and they're not televised. The best competition Georgia plays every single year is on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and they don't televise that. How many home games can UJ fit in their schedule? I don't know. Ohio State played 8 home games this year. Georgia's never played 8 home games, so I don't know. I don't know what you're fishing for there. Lou, would you trade Duggan for Bennett? Yeah. ESPN moment. Of course, I don't have any interest whatsoever in the NFL, so that doesn't impact my viewing. Schedule is out already. Yeah, for everybody except the Big 12. Big 12 schedule not out. Y'all aren't counting the Florida game as a home game, are you? When you say Georgia has 7? UJ player, Michigan, Ohio State, Bama, LSU, Clemson, Oregon in the last 2 years still haven't played nobody. Yeah, that's right. The only time Georgia plays anybody is on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and it's not televised. away. Oh, that's right, because the ACC is doing away with divisions, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank God, because we were starting to wonder about you, Biscuit. Utah fan is hurting. I think the two people that bet me today and took Utah are hurting too. Say what, Lou? Say what about what? Bro, who are the idiots who say UJ ain't play nobody? Everybody on this channel for 7 years. But it's not just UGA. They say that about everybody. No, according to them, nobody's ever played anybody. You know, some team will be 10-0, and they'll call me up and they'll say, yeah, they're 10-0, but they ain't played nobody. This is how it goes with Georgia on this channel. Every single week, Georgia's losing to whoever they're going to play. Then Georgia plays them and beats them. And then those same people tell me, look at Lou bragging about beating a terrible team. Then the next week, they do it all over again. Well, you're going to lose this week. You know, this year we were losing to Oregon, South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. That's who Georgia was losing to. Then we beat them, and then literally the next day, it was, well, Georgia ain't played nobody. Wide open again on a pass down the sideline to the 20-yard line this time. Penn State's about to put this thing away. When is the SEC doing away with divisions? When Texas and Oklahoma join. Texas and Oklahoma are supposed to join in 2025. It's possible they end up joining in 2024. First and 10, Penn State on the 20. Pistol formation this time. Back to throw again. Caught. Inside the 10, tackled right there. First and goal, Penn State. BA, have you tried those Lucky Strip silver menthols? Less than half the price of Marlboro menthol lights.
No, I have not.
She said no. Sean Clifford is in his bag. Bag of tricks in that. What time is it? Almost 8. Uncle Lou, I think you missed a super chat. Oh. Go Dogs, David. Sorry about that, David. Thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, an Ohio State has top-level talent with no conference championship, no division championship, lost to Michigan at home, and no bowl win. On top of all that, they have to live in Ohio. That might be the worst part of all. Can you imagine having to wake up every morning in Ohio? Look, I guarantee you, there ain't a single person on the planet who woke up this morning with a New Year's resolution of moving to Ohio. Not a single, nobody. Nobody woke up today going, man, I wish I could somehow get to Ohio. Second and goal, wing T. Touchdown, Penn State. It's going to be 35-14 now. Illegal substitution on Penn State. That'll be declined. Touchdown, Ohio State. Penn State, Ohio State, yeah. I forgot Ohio State's been eliminated. Yeah, Ohio State's been eliminated in that. Utah is still a good team. The Pac-12 just sucks. I disagree that the Pac-12 sucks. This was the best year the Pac-12's had in a long time. I mean, even LeBron don't want to come back. Yeah, he tried moving back there a couple of times, and every single time he was like, what am I thinking? Immediately packed his bags. You still think the Pac-12 is elite? Never said the Pac-12 was elite. Said the Pac-12 is a good conference. It is. Might be the second or third best conference in the country. Everyone in North Dakota dreams of living in Ohio. No, they don't. I promise they don't. Everybody that lives in North Dakota is hiding from somebody. There's no other reason to go there. But the people in North Dakota are glad they're there because they're hiding. And they don't have to worry about anybody coming there to look for them because no one wants to go to North Dakota. But so the people in North Dakota are actually happy to be there. I'm serious. Every single person in the state of North Dakota is hiding from somebody or some law enforcement agency. Alabama is the best place to live. What? That can't be true. I would take Seinfeld over Friends.
Is there anybody that you know that's like, hey, you know what? We should go to Ohio for vacation.
Yeah, no. Nobody. Meanwhile, if you go to any nice place in the South, it's filled with what? Ohio people that are coming down here for vacation. Yeah, that's a good point. No one loads up their car and says, come on, kids, we're going to Ohio. How far along are you on Game of Thrones now, Uncle Lou? What are we, season 3?
Season 3,
Episode 2? Season 3, episode 2. Boston is the best place to live. It's expensive, but an amazing place. I've never been to Boston. I really want to go, though. Boston, Philadelphia, Chicago, and anywhere in Colorado. 4 places I would love to visit. I mean, the list is a lot longer than that, but those are 4 places in the United States I've never been that I would love to visit. I love being in Augusta, but if I could move anywhere, it would be Ohio. No, I'm just kidding. Charleston. Charleston. Yeah, I was in Charleston a couple of weekends ago. It is really nice there. It is really nice there. Rate Game of Thrones so far, 1 to 10.
I'd say probably right now about a 9. Yeah.
After you watch season 4, you'll bump it up to 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right
Season 4 is unbelievable.
Someone in the comments section asked who I guess it was for both of us, who's our favorite house in Game of Thrones.
I don't really like any of the houses. They're all kind of greedy fucks, kind of. But I like some of the individual. Like, I don't like the Lannisters. Nobody likes the Lannisters. But Tyrion might be my favorite character. Yeah. Even the Starks.
I mean, if you're judging on like
Rob doesn't know what he's doing.
Obviously, Starks, are probably like the nicest, I guess.
Yeah, but even Rob Stark doesn't know what he's doing.
No, that's true.
Sansa is a. I can't stand her. Arya, I like.
Yeah, I like Arya.
What should I wear for school tomorrow? A diaper and a chin strap. A diaper and a chin strap. Have you watched The Witcher? I tried. I couldn't get into it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, you and I started.
Oh, we tried. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I watched the first couple of episodes, and I just couldn't get into it. Do I need to give it another shot? Some of those shows you got to watch 4 or 5 episodes before anything starts happening. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I gave up on it too soon.
I saw something. I can't remember. I don't know if it was on Facebook or something, but I saw something that said that one of the Hemsworth brothers is actually taking over the role of the Witcher.
I'll be John Brown.
Yeah. Can anybody verify that? I was Liam Hemsworth that was supposed to be taking over the Witcher role.
Yellowstone. Let me tell you something about Yellowstone. I'm never watching a single fucking episode. I made my mind up on this a couple of days ago. I'm sitting in the living room minding my own business. A commercial comes on for a TV show. Guess what it's called?
Yellowstone.
1939 or some shit. So, like, is it Yellowstone still going on? Mm-hmm. So Yellowstone, there are new episodes of Yellowstone still coming out. Mm-hmm. While they also have 2 spinoffs now. Because they have 1899 that's been out for a while. That's a spinoff of Yellowstone. Now there's another one already. I'm not getting invested in that. It's too much. They just spread that shit out. I can't be in a position where I got to watch 3 different shows about the same show at the same time. So I'm not doing that. Like that's what killed The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was still going on, and then they started a show called Fear the Walking Dead that had nothing to do with, it took place on the West Coast, and I was like, no, it's these people get greedy. It's the same reason why there's been 15 Fast and the Furious movies. It's like, congratulations, you made a successful show or a successful movie, that's great. Let people watch it and enjoy it, but they don't do that. Before you can even watch it and enjoy it, there's 19 other things you got that they want you to start watching. You don't have to do that. So I'm not watching Yellowstone. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's just what it is. It's the greatest show ever. Great. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Penn State looks like Star Wars stormtroopers. Utah punting from its own end zone. Thank you, Manuel, for the super chat. Yeah, Penn State in the all-white is a strong look. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Yeah, Better Call Saul came out 5 fucking years after Breaking Bad went off the air. They didn't start putting out episodes of Breaking Bad and then halfway through it start releasing episodes of Better Call Saul. They didn't do that because they have sense. You ain't got to watch the spin-offs. I know. I don't have to watch any of it, period. And I'm not. Utah's confidence went to the dumps when Rising went out. Yeah. Breaking Bad all-time #1 for me, always, says Brian Russell. It's in my top 5 for sure. Watch HBO's Rome, greatest show in TV history with 2 seasons. 5 years later, Lou is going to be like, Yellowstone is great. I'm not watching Yellowstone. Do I strike you as the type of person that would bullshit you? I'm not going to watch it now. I wanted to watch it. If for no other reason, so people would stop telling me to watch it. But now with 2 spinoffs already, I'm not watching it. Plus, I don't really care about Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, to be honest with you.
That's the spinoff, though, I think.
I don't know. If I start watching Yellowstone and there's no Faith Hill, then I get pissed off and somebody's going to say, well, no, that's not Yellowstone, that's 1899. Okay, well, when do I watch 1899? Do I have to watch all of Yellowstone first, then watch 1899? Or am I supposed to watch them in conjunction, like alternate back and forth? It's too confusing. Okay, so the first spinoff is called 1899. The second spinoff is called like 1939 or something. The main show is called Yellowstone. So what fucking year is that? What year is Yellowstone? 1883? 1923? Okay, that's the spinoffs? Okay, well, what year is Yellowstone then? Present day? Yellowstone's not in present day, is it? People don't still live that way, do they? Yellowstone takes place in current times? Hold on.
Oh, it is his left knee.
You're telling me that there's people in current times living like this? This is current times? Speaking of North Dakota, see, all of these people are hiding from something. Yeah. I'm going to have to probably go ahead and say no on all of that. I might make a video on the second channel called I'm Not Watching Yellowstone. And because that way people just won't ask me about it anymore.
That'd be a great video.
I'm going to make a video on the second channel called I'm Not Watching Yellowstone. Wyoming. Yellowstone takes place in 2023, so it takes place in the future?
This is only the second day of 2023.
Yeah, and that show's been around for 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Third and 11 for Penn State. Sean Clifford takes off running. Dive short of the first down. Fourth down coming up for Penn State, 35-14. Lou, I'm going to pull your boomer card for not viewing Yellowstone. Pull whatever you want. Yellowstone. It's current time in Montana. See, these people that love Yellowstone and think it's the greatest show ever, they don't even know where the fuck it is. One of them said Wyoming. One of them said Montana. One of them said 2021. One of them said 2023. Yeah, y'all really love that show. Y'all love it so much you don't know where the fuck it takes place at or when it takes place. Penn State just downed that thing at the literal inch line. Did you see that? Brian Russell says Yellowstone sucks. I'm going to take his advice. I'm just not going to watch it.
There you go.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and not watch it then. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, it's on Paramount or some weird shit like that. I'm getting tired of all these different streamings. The whole point of this is just going to turn into one giant ranting and raving stream. This is what happens when the game's not interesting anymore. The whole point of streaming services is supposed to be so you can cancel cable and save money. Now, I knew right away this was a fucking sham. I said, there's no way they're going to figure out a way to get less money out of us. It's just not going to happen. And so here we are. So instead of paying $100 a month to the cable company, right, we think we're winning by telling Comcast to fuck off. We think we're winning. I just save $100. Oh, okay. $20 to Netflix, $15 to HBO Max, that's $35. $15 for Disney Plus, that's $50. $9.99 for Hulu, you're at $60. I have to watch 3 different versions of Yellowstone, so you got to get, is it Yellowstone? You got to get Paramount Plus for $15 or $20. What else do you need?
Yeah,
Hulu.
Uh-huh.
Amazon Prime TV. You know, I mean, now what you're doing, so yeah, you're not paying Comcast $100 anymore. Congratulations. You're paying 15 different companies $15 each. You're actually paying more. That's right,
Kirby's Visor. It's a trap.
It is a trap. Where's that at? No.
It's a trap.
Oh, there it is.
It's a trap. English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
that the I think that's the Yellowstone theme song. Is that the Yellowstone theme song? If there was a pile of shit in here, I would kick it right now. Well, that's some good shit kicking music there. Oh, yeah. We didn't even mention YouTube TV. That's $60 off the rip. Yeah, so you're starting at $60, and then your Netflix, your $75, $90 with your Disney. So, no, I'm not watching Yellowstone. Y'all are distracting him from the game. Well, the game's over. It's 35-14, 5:50 to go. Game's over in that. In 2. And also, in addition to that as well. Played a fast food thing? What is that? What was the fast food thing? I don't remember. Why am I paying $70 for YouTube TV if it's $60? Or maybe it is $70. Or $64.99. I think I pay $64.99. Lou, have you ever been to Stone Mountain, Georgia? I'm from Alabama, but it's awesome. I think I went to Stone Mountain when I was a kid or something, but I don't really remember it. I've got Amazon Prime and LouTube. Don't need anything else. That's a good point. That's a good point. Pass complete by Utah, which is a minor miracle at this point, up to the 11-yard line for a first down. Lou, you should watch Breaking Bad. Yeah, I've seen Breaking Bad. I've watched it all the way through multiple times. So what was the deal with Cam Rising? Was it a concussion or a leg injury? I think it was a leg injury.
He's dressed out and everything.
We should all sign up for Tinder, says Jay Grizzly. I'm in.
How are you now?
We used to do that on a morning show. We would pick people and we would make them a Tinder account and try to set them up with people. We used to do that on the morning. We did it with Ballard. Remember that? We did it with Ballard. Didn't work. KC, thank you for the super chat. The Shield is a real good show. 28 episodes, written by Kurt Sutter of Sons of Anarchy. You should watch it. What streaming service do I have to sign up for to watch that? What streaming service do I need for that now? I think I know that show, The Sealed. I think the Hank from Breaking Bad, the DEA agent. I think he's in The Shield.
Oh, yeah,
you know the DEA agent that's married to
crazy chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the klepto.
Yeah. I think he's in that. Yeah, Sons of Anarchy was great. Greg says Yellowstone's a joke of a show. I believe you. I'm going to take your word for it, Greg. And since you said that, I've now decided I'm not going to watch that show.
Yeah, you're the second person that said it. It's not a good show.
Yeah, I believe him too. I'm not going to watch it. Didn't you try Tinder for somebody else? Yeah, we did it for Ballard. Oh, no, I said it's not the same dude. Okay. Thought it was. Breaking Parallel says rednecks love Yellowstone. That must be why I don't like it. Yeah, rednecks probably watch Yellowstone and think it's real. Like, to them, that's like paradise. You know?
Well, hell, what is it? Takes place in 2021, right? Or is it 2023?
Whichever, I don't know.
2021?
I don't know. Breaking Bad is the GOAT. Yeah, it's a great show. I love that show. The Sinner is pretty good. Yeah, I've seen every season of that. That is good. There are 3 seasons of that, I think it is. But I've seen them all. I do like that show. Have you seen the new Aviator? No, I don't think so. Cobra Kai is good. Yeah, Cobra Kai is good. Have you seen Andor? No, I need to catch up on some of my Star Wars. I'll be honest with you. During the football season, I don't I have more time now than I have over the last 4 or 5 months. I'll catch up on some of these things and that. Don't forget about Stranger Things, as long as we're mentioning a bunch of obviously good shows. Don't forget about Stranger Things.
So does Game of Thrones, David. Game of Thrones has real nudity in it too. Yes. Lots of incest as well.
What about Stranger Things, though? See? I'm a Demogorgon hunter, and I'm not to be fucked with. I hunt Demogorgons.
And cut their heads off with
Or
swords.
Demogorgons, or whatever they're called. Whatever this word is. I hunt these things. Incest in that, yeah, in Game of Thrones, yeah.
Oh my gosh, a lot of incest.
Dragon Lady Chi-Chi's for the win? Is he talking to you?
No, I think he's talking about what's her name from Game of Thrones?
Oh, Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah, Daenerys Targaryen. Ooh, I do like American Horror Story too, Jay.
Yeah, American Horror Story is pretty good.
Although season 10, not the greatest.
Yeah, it depends on the season on that show. Some of those seasons are amazing, and some are just like, I don't know.
I think they really really went outside the box.
I like the Insane Asylum one, and I like the Freak Show one.
Yeah, that one was good.
And I think it was the very first one, Murder House.
Yes.
That one was good.
I like the hotel one too, with Lady Gaga. That one was pretty good too. I didn't like the one with the witches. I like her, BB. Daenerys Targaryen.
Tulane better than USC. Yeah, that's confirmed, too. That's confirmed. That's no longer a rumor. That's been confirmed as fact. Favorite Western movie, Lou, is what? Mine is Young Guns 1. Man, what you talking about? What do you know about Young Guns 1? Shit. That's one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. Never mind just the Western. The Young Guns 1 is one of my top 5 favorite movies ever.
Tombstone?
Tombstone's all right. Yeah. Yeah. I like when they take the peyote or whatever and they're riding through that Indian village and that guy goes, Hey, how come they ain't killing us? And the other guy goes, 'Cause we're in the spirit world, dumbass. They can't see us. Oh, that shit was hilarious. Oh, we're in the spirit world, dumbass. They can't see us. We're in the spirit world. Did you see the size of that? Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Did you see the size of that chicken? Or at the end when they're in that house and they set it on fire, and Chavez sneaks out the back and doesn't tell anybody. Now, really, he's going to get horses, but he doesn't tell anybody. And they notice he's gone, and Charlie and Dirty Steve, well, mainly Dirty Steve, who didn't like Chavez the whole time, goes on this whole rant about how he never liked Chavez and never trusted him. And he was like, God damn it. And he's kicking shit. And he was like, that no good Jose Chavez. We're going to burn up in this house. And he's out there doing it with his horse. Well, I love that movie. I love that movie.
That's an old movie, Hog. The Outsiders. They don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, Young Guns. Two minutes to go, 35-14. Penn State's up and about to score again. I'm going to end the stream. I've been on since 1 o'clock, and I'm supposed to come back on at 10 o'clock. Supposed to? And I guess I probably am too. So I'll be back on at 10 o'clock for the Lunch Money Show with me and Pigskin Pete. But I am going to get out of here and take about an hour break because I've been on here with this same song and dance since 1 o'clock this afternoon. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Cotton Bowl, Citrus Bowl, ReliaQuest Bowl, and Rose Bowl. Only one game left. That's the national title game. Next Monday night, 1 week from today. Is that accurate? 1 week from today. And I'll be live streaming that game right here on YouTube, Georgia versus TCU for the national title. All right, appreciate all of you hanging out. I had a good time, and we will see you again real soon. Have a good morning.